Let me know if we're live, guys, and if everything's running. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of talking today. So, let me know, audio working? Can you guys hear me? Does it look good? Is it laggy? Yada, yada, yada. Is it good? Okay, I'm live. Awesome. Now, probably a lot of questions right now. There are probably some people who are starting to flood in because they got the notification I'm live or whatever. Gonna wait a second for them. I do think a lot of people need to hear this. This is very, very, very important stuff, and I would rather have the most amount of people here to state what was seen and what the proof would be in all of this. So everyone can read the title. They can look at the thumbnail. They can do that. They can do that. So you guys already know what this is about. This is about Delirious and what he was suspended for, and why Ohmwrecker, going on like Toy Bounty Hunter stream and other stuff like that, why he was what he was saying turns out to actually have some truth behind it. And I'm here to explain why I'm bringing that up, and why, if you were to theorize that Ohmwrecker's behind this and he's making alt accounts to like fuck with Delirious and all that, you would be wrong. And I'm just going to explain this real quick. $2 super chat from Major Scars. Sup, T-Dog. Thank you. I appreciate it. Now, before I jump in, I saw the live chat, and a lot of you guys want to like act super tough in the live chat and try to break down things. A lot of people are saying, why don't you just make a video? Why make a live stream about it? Well, a live stream, I can talk back and forth with you. So if you don't like what I say in the video, the worst thing you're going to do is comment, and I can ignore your comment for all of eternity and nothing happened. If I say something that you guys don't like or something that might be wrong, I can have correction in the live chat. Live streams are fine to do it with. It's a dumb argument if you want to sit here and say, just make a video about it. No, I'll just do a live stream about it. Okay, live streams won't pull in as much views as a video would anyways, so like you can see that I'm just trying to get it out there and not trying to capitalize as much as I possibly can off that. Okay, now that's out of the way. There was another thing that got brought up. People were putting a bunch of crap emojis and saying that it's going to be bullshit and all this stuff. I want you to be able to hear out what I'm about to say. If you don't know, in my last live stream, I took a poll saying, hey, if I was showed evidence, but they said they could not share the evidence publicly, but they could share it with me individually, and I would have to swear to keep it private and all this other stuff, would you guys believe me if I told you? We had about 53% of people say, yes, I would believe you. 30-something% said maybe, and then a little less than 10% said no. So that is where the idea of this started, is because people were honest. There were people that said, no, I would not believe you. I would need to see it myself. 30% said maybe, depends on what I say about it. And then the other 50% says, hey, if you said you saw the evidence and you saw the proof, I would believe you. Now, having said that, maybe summarize it in a video. Yes, I can make a future video summarizing all this, and that would not be a problem. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a video made in the future about this stream, because this is some important stuff. And it's going to need to be something that you guys, even if a lot of you naysayers and you haters out there want to sit here and say, nope, I don't want to believe it, yada, 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 fine, do it. I'm not going to come and crap on you if you want to sit here and turn a blind eye to it. That's fine. And at the end of the day, am I able to show you anything? No. But am I able to tell you what I saw? Yes. So, like, I'm going to tell you what I saw. And I'm going to be 100% honest and transparent. And if there's questions, it'll be questions. But just hear this out, and that's all I ask. Now, another disclaimer I got to put up right beforehand is a lot of people were saying that I'm turning to the dark side and I'm butt buddies with Ohm. Do people remember that he tried to sue me? Like, he threatened to take my car away from me? Like, me and Ohm do not get along. We do not get along. Like, the only thing we really get along with is we don't like people bullying, harassing, sending death threats, all that stuff. We don't really like that. Okay, so that's the only reason why we had communication in the first place. He could send me members of my community who are breaking rules, TOS, and I could get rid of them out of my community. Or vice versa, if I were to get an Ohm supporter hopping in my community, I could message him saying, hey, this guy's doing this to my members or me or whatever, and Ohm can handle it. I haven't never had to tell Ohm that, but Ohm has had to tell me a lot because my community is what everyone says it is. It's toxic, it's crazy, they're a bunch of fanboys, they'll do whatever, yada, yada, yada. So, having said that, me and Ohm don't get along. There is no reason for me to sit here and defend every point Ohm has done, and I'm not doing that. I disagree with Ohm on pretty much everything. You can go back and look at my videos. You can go back and look at the history, Twitter, whatever. I don't like the guy Ohm. He doesn't like me. We don't really have a common eye on all this. We disagree with virtually everything. But he was more or less interested in the idea of sharing information with me and me being able to tell you guys. And hopefully it would start a new conversation. Not the conversation of what if this happened or what if that happened, but more of, hey, this is what happened. Now go do and make your own decisions from what you now know. Now, let's get right into what I'm going to say, because people are going to be like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. You're rambling for so long. So let me just jump into what we're going to be talking about. Ohm has already revealed over at Toy Bounty Hunter stream his perspective, what he believes is happening and stuff like that, and what he knows. And over at Toy Bounty Hunter stream, he sat here and was stating everything. He said on Twitter, it's no error. It's not an error on Twitter's part why he got suspended. Liz Katz and Delirious said it was an error, it was a mistake, he'll get his Twitter account back. Ohm said it's no error. On Toy Bounty Hunter stream, that's when the more conversation saying it's not a temporary suspension. It's not, he has email threads with Twitter about it, everything. He is the alt accounts. That's why he got suspended, for the alt accounts, for him throwing threats, for all those nasty things those alt accounts did that are him. Not all alt accounts are him, but the ones that are got his Twitter account suspended and everything else, all those other accounts suspended. Now, yes, you saw my cat, Mimsy. Having said that, now all that together, I got to see the email. Now, why would Ohm even have any emails? Well, when you go through the whole reporting information, and since Ohm's a big YouTuber, this can be even just speculated by anybody. But since Ohm is kind of big, and he's going to be getting a lot of these, and he has been getting a lot of these threats and a lot of these messages and a lot of alt accounts and people trying to message him and do all this, when all of that stuff starts to happen, Twitter's going to be in communication and be like, hey, you've been receiving a lot of this, you've been reporting this, and you can just email them, you know, what account's doing what, and then Twitter will do their own investigation on it. They can look at everything, they can look at messages, whatever, track IP addresses, do whatever, and then they can suspend the accounts that they know what they're doing. Now, to get more into what needs to be talked about, Ohm has had an email back and forth with Twitter, and there was a part of the email that was shown to me where it confirms, one, this is not temporary. Delirious is permanently suspended. Now, can there be something that resolves that and he gets a Twitter account or he gets his Twitter account back? Maybe. Maybe there's something I don't know. But he's not getting his Twitter account back. As far as what the email says and what Twitter is saying and what Twitter's doing, he will not be getting his email back. Or his Twitter back. He will not be, according to what the email said. So his Twitter account it's not temporary. It's an indefinite, permanent suspension. Meaning he must have had done something pretty bad to not be on Twitter. I mean, like, look, it's 4 million followers. Sometimes when he does sponsors and brand deals, it has to do with his Twitter. When all this stuff happens, you know, his Twitter is a big part of his, you know, his brand, his business, everything. So he must have had to do something really, really bad to have his Twitter suspended, to have the Batcoon account suspended. and for all these alts to be suspended at the same time. Again, this was already a theory hopping around, so I'm just confirming that this theory is true. There was a theory going around that he's these alt accounts, and that's why he's getting suspended. I am here to confirm that is 100% true. The email confirms all of that. It confirms every little bit. It confirms it had wording talking about other accounts. It had the words like ban evasion literally written right in the email. This is 100% real, and Delirious did get suspended for alt accounts. That's exactly why he did. And honestly, I saw it. I'm no longer going to sit here and try to theorize, oh, is this happening, or is this happening? Or if somebody brings up the idea, oh, maybe Ohm was behind that actually. I don't even want to hear it because I saw it. Now, people are going to ask, well, why can't we see it? Why can't we see it? Well, the thing is you can't really just grab an email from that and share it. You're going to end up burning relationships. Everyone was jumping on Ohm for leaking a DM with Keemstar and stuff like that. Now, if he chooses, hey, I'm going to keep this private, but just show the people who are able to spread the information, are people going to be a hypocrite and call him out for not sharing it? Or are they going to respect that that's a private email with some private sensitive information and that just should not be shared? So again, if you do not want to believe this, that is fine. But there is legit things that made it so he could have not faked it. Like, sharing your screen and looking at the header and the source code of the page, everything down to a T. It was a real email. It was a real email 100%. And if he got that from Twitter, I don't know if people came up with this theory too that, oh, Ohm has somebody high up on Twitter that he's friends with or whatever. That's the most dumbest thing I heard. You're literally reaching for the stars for every excuse to make Ohm sound bad. Now, don't get me wrong. Ohm is going to sound bad about a lot of things, and he deserves it. I get that. But this thing, Ohm is telling the truth about. Just like how back when Delirious admitted the whole Skype call thing was real. Ohm was right about that. He's right about this. Does that mean he was right about other things? I have no idea. My assumption is no, because I've been kind of against a lot of what he said, and I don't think it has a lot of evidence or proof to back it up, and I'm a big sucker for wanting to see evidence and proof. But this thing he is right about. It is because of alt accounts. $10 super chat from Jacob Kinderman. I just want this to end, man. I'm so sick of the whole drama. I get that. People are sick of it. Toy Bounty Hunter. So what specifically said that it was H2O Delirious' Twitter account, or was it one of his alleged alts? Okay, let me reread that 1 second. So it was specifically said that it was H2O Delirious' Twitter account, or was it one of his alleged alts? Well, no, it was talking about the alts and the H2O Delirious account. Like, hey, if he is going to continue to do more ban evasion and yada, 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 send us the username that is apparently doing that if you have any information. And that's Ohmwrecker's contact with Twitter about it. So it is that. It is that. It was a whole conversation about the alts and what Delirious had. So there was some parts blacked out. Like, I wasn't able to sit here and specifically look at, like, who exactly he was talking to at Twitter, because that's private information, and, trusting that with anyone would be a very scary thing, but that is one of the things. $2 super chat from Major Scars. Sorry, but I need to see it to believe it. And that's fine. If you guys at the end of the day don't want to sit here and believe me, that's fine, but eventually this information will come out, and you will see that, hey, I saw something, and I'm not going crazy. And again, I had talked to Alex Guzman. Thank you for the $1 super chat. I get it, because at the end of the day, if people want to sit here and say, hey, this is not it, then it's not it. And, they'll believe what they want to believe. I totally get that. And I'm not here to start a fight with anybody about it. I'm just saying, if I saw it, wouldn't you want me to tell you I saw it? That's all I'm doing. I'm telling you I saw it. So what would be more productive going forward is not to sit here and say, oh, maybe he's telling the truth on this Twitter thing. I want to move on to, okay, now that I know Delirious is those alt accounts, let's take a look at those alt accounts again and see if that's appropriate to what he did. And that's the only thing I want to propose going forward, is take a look back at what, the Sarah interview. A lot of people wanted to call those two girls that interview liars. Well, if he was one of those alt accounts, you might want to look at that alt account that was also suspended. If that really was Delirious, are you okay with what Delirious did right there? It's just something to understand, but I can tell you for sure that I saw it. Vagabond, $50 super chat. I really appreciate the $50 super chat. It means a lot. Okay, I can believe H2O had alt accounts. Is he wrong for that? I guess it depends on what he actually did. Is there anything to say his alts were the ones harassing people? Yes, 100%. Tell what you can, but I'm not exactly clear on what is doing here. Again, I have to be careful about what I say, because again, I'm not trying to get Ohmwrecker in trouble with Twitter at all, and that's not the goal in this. The goal is just to say, hey, since I saw it, I can now repeat it and tell you what I saw. And I'm trying to tell it, there is a couple of accounts that were confirmed in the email. There were a couple of accounts that were confirmed in the email, and that's why they were suspended right away. It's not a magical button they can press and boom, suspend, and boom, all these accounts are suspended. No, they were all suspended at the same time for a reason. And a lot of those accounts are confirmed. Like, confirmed. One of them being Survey Junkie now, which that's what Ohm's been saying for a long time. I think that's the Twitter account that threatened one of the victim's babies, like he's going to shoot the baby. That's what we're talking about. One of those alt accounts is confirmed to be Delirious. Call me crazy, whatever, but I'm just saying that's not really right, and since I know it to be true and I've seen the proof, then yeah, it's something that needs to be addressed, and I think people need to talk about it. And if you are believing me at all in this, trust me, it's not going to let you down. It ain't like I'm lying to you. There's no reason to lie. This would literally destroy the entire thing I've been doing for the last year and a half when I've been doing commentary. It would destroy everything if I came out about this and it was all one big lie. $2 super chat from Dova. Incoming H2O is not about that video. I don't know if I would do that. You know, I'm not going to continuously shit on somebody, but like, yes, there probably will be videos recovering those alts in the future, because since I know this to be true, I might want to make a video on it, but I'm not going to make a video on it if everyone's going to say, oh, you're just blindly listening to Ohm. He had no proof. He had proof. He showed me the proof. And I can show you that we were in a call. I can take a screenshot of the Discord receipt that we were in a call. Would you guys want to see that? $5 super chat from Vagabond. That's wild, sad, but I guess we'll have to see what comes from this. Exactly, and that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. $2 super chat. Isn't Delirious Twitter currently up? Not that I know of. Nope, there's nothing. There's like this H2O Delirious, but it has an X in it, so that's not a real account. I can show you guys. There's nothing here with H2O Delirious or anything. But I can say for certain, did you guys want to end up seeing that? See that I was in a call with Delirious, or not Delirious, but Ohmwrecker. I was in a call with Ohmwrecker on Discord, discussing it, him sharing his screen, showing me it. Do you guys want to see proof that I at least was in a call with him? Because I'm not making this bullshit up. How the hell would I be able to make up this bullshit and what specifically was in the email? Alex Guzman, $2 super chat. Isn't H2O Delirious? Okay, I already read that, my bad. Okay, you guys want to see it? I'll show you guys real quick. Some people don't care, and if they don't care, they don't care. I mean, it's fine with me. Okay, this is it right here. I'm not going to show anything to do with his what do you call it? I'm not going to show his Discord tag or anything, so don't get that twisted. So I actually do have a screenshot from when I was in the call with him. I have a screenshot of him speaking to me as proof, just as proof, that I was actually in the call with him. $5 super chat. Not gonna lie, a little skeptical, but I guess we'll have to see what comes of this. Got to go now. Have a good one, man. Yep, I'll see you later. This is proof right here, though. Right here, I was in a call with Ohmwrecker. Doesn't reveal anything, so don't worry, don't freak out. But I was in a call with him. That's my Discord profile picture. I was in a call with him talking about it. And then Right here, Ohmwrecker started a call that lasted 2 hours yesterday at 12:59 a.m. And I was in a call for 2 hours discussing this, asking him questions, making sure that it was pretty much a private interview. I gave a private interview pressing him on this topic, and Ohmwrecker was able to sit here. Show us your DMs with Delirious. As far as I know, I don't have DMs with Delirious, so I have no idea what you're talking about. I've sent an email to his business email, so I've tried getting a hold of Delirious, but I want Delirious to be able to have some sort of statement towards this. But if he doesn't want to give one, I understand. I mean, you know, it all depends on what he wants to do. Leon Fedor Super Chat. The questions I have are, how far do these date back? Why would he do that? What do we do now about it? And where do we go from here? I will answer every single one of those questions to the best of my ability. I will. So, how far do these date back? Literally, they were just made from, like, let's say, when the whole victim, the drama was coming out. These accounts were made to harass the victims, to harass Ohm, yada, yada, yada. That's what we know of them. And Ohm has been sharing this publicly for a while, that these alt accounts are doing it, or these crazy fans are doing it, but they turned out to be alt accounts, and it turns out to be Delirious. Not every single one, not saying that, just saying some of them, and that's why his Twitter account is suspended permanently. It's not coming back. Why would he do that? Beats me. I didn't think Mini Lad would do what he did, but he did it, and now everyone hates him. So, you explain to me why Mini Lad would do that, and then I'll explain to you why Delirious would do that. I'm sorry, but people just do it, and people are sick people sometimes, and they do bad things, and they shouldn't be doing them. What do we do now about it? I think we got to hold the person accountable who is wrong in this situation. Ohm's been wrong for a long time. He's been held accountable. Trust me, we've all bashed on him a lot, and there'll probably be some bashing in the future on him about other stuff. Who should be bashed on now about it? Well, sending death threats to a victim's baby? I think Delirious needs to be held accountable here, but how long is that going to last? I mean, literally, you got millions of followers for, you know, watching his videos and stuff like that. What's going to really happen? I don't know, but this is the truth. This is the proof. This is what I saw. And where do we go from here? I think we have to sit here and do the same thing we've always done. Sit here, just continue to talk about it until we end up getting answers or some sort of responsibility is taken. If Delirious was able to make a statement about that, it would move things a lot quicker. If he doesn't make any statement towards this, then this is going to be something that maybe a lot of commentary channels will end up covering, and maybe it eventually will get to him. I think Keemstar might end up making a video covering this stuff more and more and more. He already posted on his Twitter those audio clips. Keemstar is going to make something on Drama Alert, guaranteed. He will. So it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, I don't like Keemstar. I don't really like him that much, but he will talk about it. Okay, so if you think that me breaking the scoop was bad, well, no, I'm just confirming that the idea of him having those alt accounts and doing those bad things is true. I seen the proof. $2 super chat from Sift. Love the content. Hope your day is going well. I am trying. Right now, I feel like I have... Well, there's 860 people in here. I feel like I got more than half of them, like, kind of at my throat, being like, tell me more information. And I'm trying to tell you. I would love to tell you guys more. I just saw it, and I thought you guys would want to hear that. So, yeah. TJV, I doubt he'll make a statement. Toy Bounty, I don't know. He jumped in your stream and was willing to talk. I'm sure there'll be some sort of statement made, whether it's in a stream, whether it's, something. I have no idea. We'll have to wait and see if that ends up becoming something real or not. All right. So Ohm was actually right. You know what this means, right? Well, he's not right about anything. Like, don't not everything. Don't, like I said, people are just going to take this away and say, hey, so Ohm was right about everything? No, not everything he was right about. I don't agree with anything prior to this day Ohm has done. I don't agree with hardly any of that at all. I'm just saying this. He showed me the proof, and he's right about it. And he's trying to get the word out. Hey, this is real. Listen. He's permanently suspended. He threatened a fucking baby. He threw threats around. He's been doxing people as these alt accounts, and that's all I'm trying to say. Hey, Ohm's telling the truth. If I never speak on this again... If I get mass hated for it, I don't care, but I know what I saw. It is proof. The email is real. And that's all I'm saying. It's real. And if you guys don't want to believe me, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just trying to tell you what I saw and tell you that it's real. And I will sit here and try to convince you for the next 2 hours if that's what it takes. Not convincing you trying to go against Delirious. I quite like Delirious as a content creator and all. But the things that he's doing, I don't agree with. It's the same thing with Minilad. I was fucking heartbroken when I heard Minilad did all that shit. Because he was my favorite YouTuber at the time. And that shit happened. So, again, the shit is real, and people are starting to do this, and I think the only way for them to be held accountable is for viewers to do it. I mean, he got suspended from Twitter, so he can't be making alternate Twitter accounts now and be harassing and stalking and doxing or throwing threats towards babies now. Slasher Gaster, $5 super chat. Before we witch hunt Delirious, I'm not asking for that at all. Don't get it twisted. I don't support bullying, harassing, doxing, death threats of any kind. We would have to see his side of the story. Who knows? Maybe it'll end up the Seth the Programmer situation. I'm not familiar with that, but here's Delirious right here saying, I will say, I just wish he would leave me alone and people realized how he is. The only reason I want to leave me alone is Ohm. All I'm saying for now, but Ohm is the only reason I was suspended. I get that, Delirious, but you were permanently suspended. Like, guys, just notice, if this obviously was fake and Delirious had something, which if he had something, I would be interested to see. I feel like Delirious would have sat here and said something in this chat. But the only thing he will say is he want to be left alone. And I think that's fine. He can be left alone. And I think everyone can respect that. But if you are right here to sit here and be accountable for these alt accounts and doing what you're doing, I do think there is some sort of explanation that is eventually needed, Delirious, if that is possible. Because again, if you are really behind those alt accounts and stuff, I really wish you would explain why that is the case. I mean, I know you're behind those alt accounts, Delirious. I know you are. I mean, I've seen it. Ohmwrecker's been in contact with Twitter. It is real, 100% real. He is behind those. He did those things, and I really wish you would say something about it. Again, it's probably not smart for you to say something about it because you're going to continue making YouTube videos and continue your business and continue making money. It's not smart for you to say anything, but I'm going to walk my daughter outside and actually be happy, but we'll look over this video later and think about giving my side of his stalking. Again, and if you are, you're more than welcome to give any sort of statement. I hope your walk with your daughter goes well. But like I said, if you are willing eventually later on to look at the stream, do that. At TJV, I don't believe Ohm. And if you don't believe Ohm, that's fine. I'm just saying, I believe what Ohm showed me. I believe the proof, the evidence. I've been telling him for a while. I'm very notorious for that interview of him sitting here saying, trust me, bro, it's coming. Trust me, bro, it's coming. Trust me, bro, it's coming. The evidence is coming. The proof is coming. Well, he showed me it. Literally, he showed me it. This isn't fake. He showed me the proof. And I'm telling you guys, I saw it. And if I was able to sit here and screenshot, the email and send it out, I totally would. But I'm not going to end up doing that. I have never doxed anyone, fact. Okay, well, if you're not the alt account, one of the alt accounts that doxed someone, then that's fine. But do you want to mention the whole thing I have been mentioning about the alt account? One of the worst things I've ever heard is threatening a baby, sending those emojis to that baby. That's the alt account like that I want to talk about. Panther Bricks, $8 super chat. I think Ohm needs to drop all of this. Leave Delirious alone. TJV, you should do a U2s of you holding up a purple Yoshi. That would be awesome. I don't know how you go around to get into U2s. $5 super chat from Stanky. There's still no proof. The emails were real. There is proof. I saw it. Twitter can't legally show those emails to Ohm as a third party. Ohm was not being showed those emails as a third party. He's involved with it. There's a difference. $5 super chat from Mia. Ohm talked to Twitter and got his Twitter accounts under review, which caused Twitter them to deactivate them while they review them. I don't know exactly what you're talking about there. $2 super chat from Alex Guzman. Currently looking at Delirious Twitter being up. What is your definition of doxing? Yeah, it's his Twitter account. I'm not really focusing too much on the whole doxing thing right now. My definition of doxing is whatever Google would say. So let's type in Google. Doxing. Right here. This is probably my definition right here. Refers to gathering an individual's personal identifiable information and disclosing or posting it publicly. That's probably my information of doxing. I never would, Mona. I have really left my state, LOL. Don't know what. Have you threatened a baby? I never would. Okay, I never did that. Okay, again, and I would love to hear your side of the story, but I saw proof of Twitter sitting here saying that you were trying to ban evade, having alt accounts, confirming that certain alt accounts were yours, including that one that sat here and sent those emojis to a victim about a baby and saying the baby's name and stuff. But again, I would love to hear your side of things if that ends up being the case. If your side ends up coming out and stuff like that, I would love to sit here and hear about it. And I've been trying to reach you on your business email, Delirious. I've been trying. So, regardless, I just wanted to sit here and be able to show this information. This is not at all to sit here and attack one side or another. I'm just saying I saw something and I thought it would be appropriate to tell you guys, and you guys would want me to tell you if I saw anything. I mean, tell me in the chat. If I saw something, would you guys just want me to keep it to myself, or would you guys want me to talk about it? You know. If I saw proof and I saw evidence, at TJV, I don't think H2O Delirious is in the wrong here. Ohm has given out lots of personal information about others. If there is doxing, it's Ohm. I'm not talking about the doxing thing. Ohm's not wrong when it comes to the whole Twitter Delirious thing. Show us then. I literally cannot show you. That's like private sensitive information in an email. Like the fact that it was shared with me was a big deal. Like I'm sure there's something going to happen just because I'm talking about it right now. But I don't care because I wanted to tell you guys and let you guys all know that I saw the fucking email. Twitter is involved with it because Ohm is sitting here letting Twitter know what he's been receiving and what these girls have been receiving, these victims have been receiving from these accounts. And it turns out to be Delirious. H2O Delirious, receipts go a long way, bro. Do you have any? I would love to see receipts. I would love to see evidence. I would love to see that I'm being completely wrong and I got lied to. But how do you fake the email? I saw the email. He shared his screen. He showed me. He showed me the header. He showed me the page source code. He showed me everything. He showed me that stuff. It's not a fake email. It's from Twitter, dude. Like, legitly. Saying H2O Delirious account is not in error. It's not temporary. It is a permanent suspension. And why would he be suspended permanently? That's all I'm just trying to say. I understand shit can be faked, but you go and try to fake sharing your screen, going into an email, opening it up an email, and scrolling down through all those threads. You go and fake that stuff. Go do it. That's fine. Try to have an email with the Twitter handle at twitter.com. I mean, that's pretty easy, right? It's pretty easy to have at twitter.com as the ending of your email. I mean, it's pretty easy, right? So it's easy to do that. Again, I just saw proof. I saw evidence. It is real. I'm telling you guys. I know it's hard to hear. I didn't want to believe it at first either, but it is what it is. Ohm is in the chat saying, Delirious has been stalking me since before the Keem interview. He is lying in this chat. I said it from the start. Regardless if you believe Ohm or not, I'm against a lot with what Ohm said, but the proof he showed me is real. It is real. I saw it. Delirious is behind it. And when he first came in here, Delirious wasn't trying to refute what I've been trying to say. He's asking me what's my definition of doxing. The doxing wasn't even the main point. The main point is, hey, are you those alt accounts? And if he would just say, yes, I'm those alt accounts, I fucked up, we would all move on and nobody could sit here and say Delirious didn't do it, because at least he can sit here in a minute and put that to rest. But I don't think that's going to happen. The Undodi with $5 super chat. I really like to hear HUO side. Yes, if he's willing to hit me up, add me on Discord. You can find my Discord tag, Delirious. Email me back. I emailed your business email. Get back to me, please. I'd love to hear your side of the story. I'll put a whole stream about your side of the story and just focus on that. Before I judge, I can see where Ohm pushed so many buttons and H2O lashed out. Doesn't make it okay still. Well, none of this is okay. I don't think any of it is okay. I think both sides have handled it very poorly. Very, very poorly. TJV, are you talking to brick walls, man? It's difficult for people to even question some things about Delirious. Apparently I'm going to end up talking. I mean, not everybody. I see some people in the chat being respectful. I get some people in the chat saying, hey, I understand. Some people are even wanting to believe me. And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful to those who are believing it. I'm thankful to those who are having an open mind. I'm even thankful for those who disagree and don't believe it, but they're being respectful in the chat and they're not trying to press me. They just go, hey, I can't see the evidence. You saw the evidence. That's nice to know. Until I see it, which if you guys want to wait to see it, it will probably end up being out eventually. I guarantee it'll end up being out. The information will come out eventually, especially if it's going to be talked about this much. At TJV from Toy Bounty Hunters, if it ends up being permanent, that would be indicative and abusive behavior, violation, not spam, at least from what I understand about Twitter policy. So where'd you get the whole spam thing from? Like, where'd you hear that the Twitter account was suspended? Because the only thing I remember is Delirious saying it was about spam. But if I saw an email saying that he was ban evading and having like alt accounts and stuff like that, and have like confirming that certain alt accounts was his. I mean, what am I going to believe? What Delirious said on the on his community page, or what I saw from an email from Twitter say? I mean, like, I don't know. It's just one of those things. I don't know where the whole spam thing, like, it was from the whole spam thing, but even parts in that spam thing kind of go over with alt accounts. Taver, $5 super chat. Some people here need some essential oil dispensers. LOL. Yes. Brianne with McKee, $5 super chat. Hey TJV, so did Ohm show you an email proof, or what did I miss? Yes, he showed me actual proof. He shared his screen. He showed me the header, the source code, everything. He showed me it is real. Delirious's Twitter account is permanently suspended for having those alt accounts. That's exactly what it is. And I haven't seen Delirious sit here and say, hey, that's not true. I saw him saying, hey, I never doxed, or I never specifically did this with an alt account, but I'm not seeing anything. I'm sure Delirious has had an email on why he's suspended. I'm sure he's been explained to why he's suspended. I just don't know if he would say it or not. Mia, $5 super chat. No one actually cares. We will all still watch Delirious and still dislike you. Ha ha ha. His accounts are under review. He might get them back. All right. Dude, just understand what you sound like. You know, if I sat here and I said that completely here on the stream, like, haha, we're going to dislike your videos regardless. We're still going to watch Delirious. We're going to watch Delirious all fucking night, blah, 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 blah. You understand you sound really fucking childish. Thanks for the $5, though, by the way. But I'm just saying, dude, just, if you don't like Ohm, that's fine. You don't, you know, but, like, if Ohm came forward with a lot of proof, I've said for a long time, I would look into it and I would see if it's real or not. But, like, those people who are just so headstrong and would never do it, that's kind of the people we're talking about when we're talking about this Mia HZZZEE best. Nice to know. $5 super chat from Miss Kitty at H2O. TJV has been neutral through all the drama as much as I possibly can. This may be an excellent opportunity to get your side out there to the public. I totally agree. I really hope H2O ends up hitting me up somehow. Wolf Pilot, $2 super chat. I don't believe hearsay, but I believe you saw stuff. Thank you. That's all I'm asking for. And if that's as far as the extent will go, Wolf Pilot, great. I'm totally fine with that. $10 super chat from Magnus the Red. No one should attack either side in this. I completely agree. Period. I just want to know from Ohm why he blocked people that asked for evidence. It's probably because he got it every single day and he wasn't going to constantly get it from the same people over and over again. But again, I have no idea. Not trying to defend him here. I do think he excessively blocked people, but that was his decision to make and he has the right to block people. It made him look bad. I agree. It makes it hard to believe the situation now. I agree. At TJV, the Ray Harper account was turned into a spam account after the death threats, so I guess it falls under spam and promotion. promotion. Exactly. So it could be under that as too. Regardless, the person TJV is talking about we will not tolerate threats of any kind. Exactly. Thank you, Thunder. It means a lot. $5 super chat from Jacob Kinderman. Until we get Delirious' side of the story, I'm sticking to my guns and sticking with Delirious. That's completely fine. Hear Delirious' side of things, and if you still want to believe Delirious at the end of it, that's fine. Just know that me, TJV, as a commentary channel, I saw the proof, and unless Delirious has something to debunk what he has, or show me that he somehow faked this, or something that contradicts that, I will not sit here and just blindly listen to Delirious over actual proof, an email from Twitter, somebody who works at Twitter, somebody who has this information, somebody who legitly would not lie in an email about this stuff, said he is permanently suspended. I'm trying to stress to you guys, I am not like joking about this stuff. This is 100% real. I'm just sharing it because I thought you guys would want to hear what I saw. And if you guys disagree with what I saw, fine. But I know what I saw, and going forward, that's the assumption until Delirious gives his side of the story. Panther Bricks, $8 super chat. I honestly can't believe Ohm, no matter how much evidence he shows. That's just stupid, dude. If you see evidence that he is right about something, you just can't believe him. Really, dude? Like, I think everyone should stop talking about this and move on. Stop talking about this and move on. Yeah, right. People love drama. Drama's going to continue for all time, forever and ever, all time, always. TVA. But, dude, you would have to believe, if they showed you legit evidence to prove that something that they're arguing or something that they're trying to tell you is true, and you're not even willing to take a look or believe the guy, even if he had all the evidence. Come on, if it was legit evidence, then yes. But if he says, oh, I'm going to show you a screenshot and that proves that he's this, well, maybe that can allude to it, but if it's not direct evidence, you should not, believe it. It should be something that proves the point that they're trying to make. Ohm was trying to make the point that he is not temporary, it's not an error, it's because of the alt accounts. He showed me exactly what I needed to see to know that that's the case. And that's what I saw. That's all I'm trying to argue here. That's it. Alright, I gotta scroll up. I gotta go through these quick. I'm sorry, guys. I'll get back to talking about it here in a second. Just going to read all of this and catch up. Pro Assassin 208, welcome to becoming a level 1 supporter. Hopefully you use the green name in the chat responsibly. Thank you for becoming a level 1 supporter. Thank you for becoming a member. Prime, $5 super chat. This is still old drama, right? No, this is relatively new because Delirious' account got suspended, so it kind of classifies as new drama. But it goes into the old drama that's been happening months ago, such as the alt accounts that are threatening the victim and the baby and saying some really weird stuff. Stalking, harassing, yada, yada, yada. Possibly doxing, I said, because I think there was some alt accounts that were trying to dox. Don't know exactly if Delirious was behind those alt accounts or not. I know that he was behind the account that was threatening the baby. I know that, and a couple other. I believe he still has grown up and hopefully not allow ego to overcome common sense. I don't know who you're talking about exactly. Delirious or Ohm or even myself, but whatever the case is. At TJ, thanks for $5 super chat though. At TJV, Delirious is the one that claimed it was spam. Yes, community page. But if he's permanently suspended, it's more likely from abusive behavior violation. Twitter has no tolerance policy. Exactly. That's probably what it is. The only thing that we heard about spam was from Delirious. Nothing from Twitter came out that it was spam related. Nothing. So I don't know why people believe he was suspended for spam. I mean, you're going to believe the guy that got suspended, I guess. But when I'm telling you I saw an email that he was banned for this, I mean, that's what I'm going to believe over what he said until he shows me something that contradicts that. So, Wolf Pilot, $2 super chat. Can you get in trouble if it gets a legal issue? I might. This is the thing me and Ohm were talking about. This could jump in and become a bigger issue. Twitter could be pissed at him for having me known. Hell, if Twitter is super pissed, they'll suspend my account too. They'll say, fuck you, I didn't want anyone to talk about that. Now, I don't think they will, but at the end of the day, this could cause a bunch of drama and stuff. The only reason that I was going to get it out because I thought everyone would want to hear what I saw. That's the only reason why I did it. Because I thought if I saw something that was true, something that no matter how much the content creator is loved and beloved and liked, no matter how much I like the guy, no matter how much I watch the guy and enjoy his content, if something bad about him has happened and he's openly lying about it on the internet, that is something that I think people should know. And that's something I think all of you guys would like to know. I saw the proof. He is suspended permanently, and it's for these alt accounts. period. Wolf Pilot, $2 super chat. I already read that. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Earl Kingston, $10 super chat. Delirious Doxxing attacked her mental health and said her friendship with Sam Blackson made her untrustworthy. In his twit longer, he didn't once say the allegations were false. Well, again, it all depends. If you want to look super deep into the wording, I will defend Delirious there and say he's not going to be super detailed on every little thing that he's going to say. He's not going to sit here and address every little thing that's in there. I think the twit longer that he made was kind of addressing what he thought needed to be addressed and go from there. But if you want to, again, go through every little thing and see if he addressed every little thing, I get that. I appreciate the $10 super chat. And hopefully we get more answers about it going forward in the future. Thank you with $2 super chat. Genuine question, but how would source code prove? Well, when he showed me that, it would show all the information I would need to know whether or not it was a real email or not. Like if he had a source code or it's a header is what it is. But if you were to show that information, I would be able to sit here and compare it to a header from another email or whatever and see whether or not if this was like faked or something like that, it would be the case. That was just how much Ohm was willing to share with me to let me know that this is proof. And that's how much I requested proof. I'm like, you have to send me something to show me that this is real. Because it's really unbelievable. I didn't want to believe it either. I was like, there's no way Delirious would do that. But then I saw it and I was like, wow, he actually did do that. Not surprising. Thank you for the $2 super chat, though. Sorry that I'm not reading chat, guys. I'm just trying to get through the super chats real quick. Blaze the Saint, member for 4 months, level 1 supporter. Hopefully Delirious could do an interview with you. I would love that. I would love for him to give his side of the story, and if I'm wrong in all this, I'll retract my statements, make a public apology, and I will buy 100 Delirious merchandise. If I'm wrong. But I've seen the proof, and I'm that confident about it. Now again, if the proof's wrong, I'll buy 100 things of Delirious merch. I will apologize. I'll retract my statement. I'll dress up as Delirious for every Halloween until the day I die. But I saw the proof. The proof is real. I'm just saying, that's how confident I am. Like, I seen it. I seen it with my eyes. I was up for 2 hours in the middle of the night talking about it. Like, and I had plenty of time to, like, sit here and digest it and be like, okay, how am I going to say it? How am I going to talk to you guys? Should I even talk about it? Should I not? And at the end of the day, did you guys want to know this information? Probably. Thanks for the support. Blue, $5 super chat. I appreciate these live streams. No problem. I'm just trying to give you guys what you guys want. I'm just trying to not give you what you want, but give you what I think you guys need to hear. Glex with $2 super chat. What accounts were confirmed to be Delirious? Survey Junkie now. If that Ray Harper account is the one that ended up doing the baby thing, the fucking threatening a baby and the victim and stuff like that. What Sai and Sarah both said about alt accounts that were suspicious to be Delirious, that's what I saw to be confirmed. And I think there was maybe... I don't know. Again, I wasn't allowed to record, screenshot, anything. I respected those wishes from Ohmwrecker. I'm not going to save that information. That's private information between Ohm and Twitter's doing their own investigation about it, but they have come to the conclusion this is not a temporary suspension. That's the last thing I saw was they came to the conclusion this is not temporary. It's not under review. That means it's not under review. If it's not temporary and they already made the decision that it's permanent, what else would they have to review? They would have to go review more alt accounts and get rid of them or see if Delirious did more. But if they already confirmed that, hey, his account is not like, it's not a temporary suspension, then why would it be under review? I don't know. It's something. I don't know. Magnus, $5 super chat. I'm seeing too many of y'all justifying Delirious by demonizing, my bad, Ohm. They can both be shitty people. Ohm's actions don't take away from Delirious's. Exactly. I mean, can they both be shitty people? Can we both say that, hey, they're in the wrong about something, that something happened down the line? Can we talk about that at least? Wolf Pilot $2 super chat. Crap people are crap people, but don't demonize them. Exactly. Reaction lists with $7 super chat. If Ohm is right, he still shouldn't have stalked Delirious like that. I agree. I don't think stalking's a good thing at all. Delirious should not have said the things he said, but he could be living regretting it. And if he is, and he's willing to admit that to me, I'm pissed off at people who want to do these dumb things on the internet, because that's what causes drama in the first place, and that's what I have to talk about almost every single day. But I wouldn't be mad at Delirious in the moment if I found out that was the case and he was willing to admit it. Because, again, there is a lot coming from him. He has a huge business. He has a huge brand. He makes a lot of money from this. He has to support a family, okay? He has to sit here and pay house bills, car insurance, all of this stuff, buy groceries every day. Delirious is a normal human being, and he has to go through these normal things every single day. He has a lot of money. He has a huge brand. He has a huge audience, a huge fan base. Him coming out to say anything truthful or saying, hey, yes, that is the truth about it, is going to be incredibly hard. So do I expect him to admit this? Hell no. I expect him possibly to send me a message or do something, but I don't think it will be necessarily about, admitting it. But if he did, I would really appreciate it, and that's probably why I wouldn't be mad at him in the moment. I would actually be quite proud of him, because he has a lot to lose if he were to come out and admit, yes, I did do those things. But if he were to admit those things and then move on and say, hey, I'm looking to move on and I'm extending my apology about it, then at least that's something we can move on from, leave in the past, and focus on the future. And that's just what I think. Earl Kingston, $50 super chat. Appreciate the big super chats. Delirious didn't deny size accusations. Okay. Just attacked her character. Okay. He has never denied or addressed Sarah's allegations. Okay. And she showed DMs that seem as though her and Delirious were in an open relationship when she was underage. Okay. I'm not necessarily disagreeing or agreeing with anything that you're saying there. I'm just saying this is a lot of stuff that I hope Delirious will eventually give his side on eventually. I know he's avoiding talking about a lot of this stuff, but this specific Twitter suspension is probably what is the main topic right now. And I think you looking back or you bringing up those things are a good thing. I think everyone should go re-look back at those interviews and go look back and see if it feels different now. If you believe that he is suspended for these alt accounts and he really was behind those alt accounts, go rewatch Ohm's interviews on his Ohm's vlog channel, whatever he has them on, and just see how you feel different about it this time. And maybe you'll have a different perspective. Maybe you'll be more knowledgeable. So the next time we do a stream and talk about this stuff, we can have better conversations. Because if people don't know what they're talking about and you just want me to recap all the time, I'm sorry, but I'm going to leave out details so I can move on. Because those who are paying attention, that's who this is for. And those who are paying attention are willing to talk, have an open mind, but still have their own opinions and be stern about your opinions, but have an open mind at the same time. That's what I'm looking for, because I'm just the same way. I'm just like you guys. I would want to know this information if another YouTuber had it, and I hope they would share it. The difference is I kind of have the balls to actually share it, and I don't think other YouTubers would. And I think Keemstar is going to have a heyday with this if he ends up making another video about it. Butterbean $5 super chat. Quick recap, just joined. Pretty much it's confirmed. I saw an email that Delirious, his account is not temporarily suspended. It is permanently suspended, and it's because he has those alt accounts. One of them alt accounts being confirmed that it's him, that he threatened a victim's baby, and has been harassing people constantly on these alt accounts. And that's what we're talking about. And it's really hard for people to grasp that. I am Melon $5 super chat. It involves Twitter and more importantly Ohm. So who cares? I know I don't. I do like your videos and live streams though, so that's why I'm here. Yeah, but we're talking about a man who has harassed people because of what they're saying about him, has made alt accounts, have snuck around so no one would know who he is, very cryptic at usernames. We're talking about someone who's threatened a kid. He has kids of his own. I mean, that ain't alarming to anybody. That ain't, nobody's like, wow, that's... again, I get it. If you don't believe it, you don't believe it. But to me, that's kind of why I'm worked up about it, is because I would react the same as anybody else would. Wow, that's fucked up. And that's exactly how I feel about this entire thing. And if you guys don't believe it, that's fine. But to those who do believe it, I appreciate it. Maybe I'll put a poll in chat real quick just to hear what the general consensuses in the chat. $8 super chat from Panther Bricks. I apologize for that earlier comment. It didn't sound like what I meant. It's just hard to believe Delirious would do any of that he's been accused of. Exactly, and I get it. It's super hard. Like I said, I didn't want to believe it either. That call that I had with Ohm went on for 2 hours. I'll re-show it again. It was a 2-hour call. 2 hours. I was in a call with Ohm. I did not want to believe it. I'm pretty sure a good 20 to 30 minutes was me arguing like, wait, what? No fucking way. This is what happened. And I'm telling you guys, I saw this, and I imagine you guys would want to hear it from me that I saw it. I literally just said in my last live stream, who would believe me and who wouldn't? And I had maybe 8% of people say they would not believe me. Now, if we have different people here, that's fine. But I don't see the number 8% being the correct number of people who are trying to argue me on this. I'm telling you, I saw it. I can't show you proof, but I will answer your questions. If you want to ask me what else is in there, I will see what I can say. But I cannot say a lot. I can't. I really can't. Okay? I swore to Ohm that if he were to share this information, that I would not be able to speak on certain things. And it's just privacy to protect the people that are involved and make sure that this doesn't blow up bigger than what it needs to as of right now. It's already going to probably blow up a little big because of this, but the intention is 100% good here. I'm telling you, I'm just telling you to inform you guys, this is what I saw. It's just like a news channel sitting here saying, I heard from an anonymous source that this happened, that Donald Trump did this, and people will watch that and be like, it could be real, it could be fake. Okay, turns off TV and moves on with their lives. Do the same thing here. Close out of the stream. If you already heard what you need to hear, close out of the stream. I'm just here to talk to those who have other questions and other stuff like that. Saying $5 super chat, TJV's Yoshi family would like to remind everyone to be respectful both to Ohm and Delirious and Trevor, or else they'll swallow you and turn you into an egg. Exactly. Thank you for the $5 super chat. That's very much needed positivity that I needed for a minute. Thank you very much. Siren, $5 super chat. You have been conned over fake evidence before, and Ohm has been known to fake evidence, but ignore all of that. Get in a Discord call with me. I challenge anyone to get in a Discord call with me. Somehow come up with a real person that works at Twitter. Find their email. Fake that email and send yourself an email about all of this stuff, because that would be the way to fake it. Type in all this information and sound like you work at Twitter. Make it sound like it's professional, and there's no way for Ohm to type this up, because Ohm doesn't even speak like this. And trust me, I've seen him fake DM with me as a parody video. I know how he would do it, and there's no way Ohm would have been able to type this up and do this. Be able to show private information, the page source code, and everything else in between. You do that, and then share your screen with me and show that this dates back a lot farther than just recently, that he didn't just come up with it recently to fake me out. This happened months ago. He's been emailing this account months ago. You do that in Discord with me and fake it, and then I will admit anything that you want to admit, and I'll sign over my channel to you, and you can have my YouTube channel. You do that, and we'll do that. $5 super chat. Thank you very much, though, for that. Don't want to miss anything. Like $5 super chat. Someone doing the things said isn't possible. Delirious isn't a saint, but again, innocent until proven guilty. Again, and I have the proof that I think he's guilty, and that's my belief, because I've seen the proof. If you guys have to wait for the proof, totally fine. I really hope Delirious ends up coming on and speaking some truth to that, but if he wants to defend himself, that is completely fine. At TJV, were you shown proof that the alt accounts were really Delirious? Yes, I was. Or was it just an email saying that they had proof? I wouldn't be able to see like IP addresses and that the IP addresses line up, but Twitter has the proof. Twitter has it. They did their own investigation, and Ohm is not able to send them proof and information. They don't do that. Twitter does their own investigation. They just want you to know, hey, what account's been bugging? What account do you believe is an alt or whatever? And then once you send them their rat, they're like, thank you, we'll take care of it. And that's it. And then Twitter does their investigation, and then they'll eventually end up deciding. But I wasn't shown like IP addresses of both sides and shit like that. I mean, that's not for my eyes or Ohm's eyes to even see. Ohm hasn't even seen that stuff. He's only seen confirmation from that. Let's get into a Discord call and talk about Yoshi and cars. Yeah, I'm probably going to need it after this. I got to keep going though. Hold on. Stormy178, $5 super chat. Somewhat, some more positivity. Purple Yoshi versus the Goose. From Untitled Goose Game. Who would win? Purple Yoshi, 100%. You don't fuck with Purple Yoshi. Ain Eldest, $5 super chat. Can I talk to you on Discord? No shit talking or anything. Just want to ask questions. If you're able to ask questions here, do it here. But if not, I will be able to somehow maybe answer. I probably have a bunch of DMs. Let me open this up. Yeah, I got quite a bit of DMs, so this isn't fun. Yeah, if you want to send me DMs, you can, but I probably won't respond to most of them, if not all of them, because it's a lot to talk about. It's a lot to talk about. At TJV, it's fine for people to be neutral or simply wait for the evidence, but some people just get so defensive and make up ridiculous ideas. And yes, that's the case all the time. Again, I am not trying to sit here and say that Delirious has done every bad thing in the book. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying at all. I am just trying to sit here and explain what I saw. And again, if I end up being wrong by the very end of it, I end up being wrong by the very end of it. And I will retract my statements. I will do all of that. But I'm telling you guys, I literally asked you last stream if I was shown the proof, would you guys want to hear it? And would you guys believe me if I told you I saw it? And majority of you people, like 90-something%, had yes or maybe. 50% said yes, 30-ish% said maybe. So, and I'm just saying I probably won't end up seeing that in the long run. I probably will end up seeing a lot of people continuing to side with Delirious, which is fine in this. I sided with Delirious on a lot of things too. That's fine. And I'm not saying once you side with one person one time, that means you're permanently on their side. I've been on the side of Delirious, Wildcat, Terrorizer, all of them. I've been defending them for the longest time because I believe that they were right in those situations. But now this one thing, I'm like, okay, yeah, Ohm's not wrong about this. There's proof of this. I just hope in the long run people will be able to understand. Reactionless, $2.79 super chat. What is Purple Yoshi's favorite fruit? The eggplant, because it looks like him, obviously. Stanky Eve with $5 super chat. I'm gonna go eat Takis before work. You keep that dope car clean and take care of the Yoshis. You are a real one for sharing this piece out. No problem. Thank you very much. It means a lot. Glix with $2 super chat. You have a huge story here. This doesn't seem fake. It doesn't, and I'm willing to answer any questions. Ohm says, I don't think people realize this. I have been absolutely depressed after learning about these things. Delirious, he was one of my closest friends. He really was. I wish it wasn't real, but it is. And that's something I want to speak on real quick before I continue. One thing that I will say, and Ohm might get pissed at me. I don't care if Ohm gets pissed at me. Guys, okay, I'm going to say this. Ohm has called me a couple times for a couple different reasons. If we got to talk about a member being banned or whatever the case may be. But Ohm, this last time when we were talking about this thing, Ohm has expressed to me, and again, take this as hearsay if you don't want to believe it, because I don't have proof of this. I got proof I was in a call, or whatever. Ohm just said that it really sucks. It was depressing when he heard this stuff. You guys, I've heard him sit here and try to tell me that. And I sometimes tell him, hey, dude, I don't care. I don't care that you lost your best friend. That's how cold I was with Ohm. I was that fucking cold with Ohm because I don't care what he has to say about how sad it was for him. Because I'm there to talk to him strictly about business, YouTube, that's it. But this last time I kind of heard him out after being a little cold with him. And he does feel this way. He is upset. Anyone would be upset if they heard that their best friend did this or if they got in a fight with their best friend. And even if you're the most strict, mean person, you have a big ego, you don't care that you lost your friend, 5 years from now, you're going to look back and be like, I kind of miss him. And I feel the exact same way. I miss my friend Abby. I miss my friend Kenyon. I miss my friend Tyrese. I miss a lot of people in my life. I do. I really, really miss them. And sometimes you feel that way. Sometimes you do. And it is what it is. And again, if you want to say this is sappy or emotional, I'm just saying, when Ohm says something like that, I know people are tendency to jump on him and be like, yeah, but you fucked up the friendship. Ohm, he probably actually feels that way. I know you hate him, and I know you want to shit on him, but, just understand he has the same emotions that you're eventually going to feel anyways when you lose a friend or when you're not having the same friendship with someone anymore. It's the same thing. Thunder Cookie $5 super chat. Trevor, the fact that you're sharing this proves to whoever thought your bias is wrong. I see this as proof. Keep it up. We've got your back. I appreciate that. And sorry, staff team. I warned you only an hour before that I was streaming. I'm very, very sorry, staff team. I will make it up to you guys. I did not mean for this to happen so soon and take so much of your guys' day. So, regardless, got my Dr. Pepper, but. All right. Regardless, I want to be able to sit here and get this real quick out of the way. So I shared the information. I stated that I saw it 100% with proof. I will put a statement on Twitter so people can, other commentary channels, other people watching. I mean, if Toy Bounty Hunters is watching, if Chilled Venom's watching, if Sen's watching, if Crows of Judgment is watching, if anybody, any other commentary channel out there, or even Keemstar himself, and they want to refer back to that, I will be putting an official statement on my Twitter about all of this so you can just show that in your video or do whatever, saying, hey, TJV heard about the email and details about the email, and I'm putting it on Twitter, and if Twitter sees it and removes it or suspends my account, you'll know that it's probably true why they removed it. It's just like with the Spider-Man No Way Home leaks. If they take down something, they kind of just proved that that's real, right? But regardless, I will be putting an official statement on Twitter. So if anybody wants to refer back to one point instead of just this video and however long this live stream is, and instead of trying to cut out parts of it, which every commentary channel is welcome to do, but if you want something easier, just one image, I'll put a statement up on my on Twitter. We will support you, man. I appreciate that, Chilled. Again, this is one of the things I talked about Ohm with, and again, Ohm might be pissed that I'm talking about this because this is a private conversation between me and him, but I do got to be real. Chilled Venom came up in our conversation. Crow, Sen, Flex Tango, all these commentary channels that have been covering the Mini Lad, the Ohmwrecker situation, it's came up in conversation with me and Ohm. Yeah, I told them that I'm guaranteed these commentary channels, they're going to want to talk about this. Like the Twitter suspension, everything, they're going to want to talk about it. Not only are they going to want to talk about it, it's going to be a little bit more believable since I've had such a problem, and I've shit-talked Ohm, and I've shit-talked him on almost a lot of, like, other people's channels. I did it on Crows at one point, I did it on Sen, I did it on everything. It's going to be believable for these other commentary channels. And Toy Bounty Hunters, Crows of Judgment, Sen, Flex Tango, any commentary channel out there, Vandalism, any commentary channel that is going to make a video on it, if you guys want statements from me, I will give you guys statements, no problem. But I'm putting one on Twitter so you guys don't have to DM me if you don't want to. But I'm willing to talk about it and say exactly what I saw. I will repeat it a million times. It is true. It is proof. I've seen it. And I will say everything in detail. I'll try to shorten my story up so I don't have to take an hour to explain everything. But I'll try to get a story on how it started, where the conversation started, how I eventually ended up seeing it, and what I saw in detail. Coffee Boys, $5 super chat. Some of these people are like, oh, Mr. Delirious, you taste so good. My friend Blake does that a lot to me because it's just funny. Hear the Cloud God out. Cloud God, that's my new nickname. Wow, thanks. Delirious is human. Don't pretend he couldn't do this. Everyone's human. I hated when I saw Mini Lad do. I hated it. He was my favorite YouTuber. Go back and look at my channel. I made 2 fucking rage meters for Mini Lad. I made Mini Lad the musical, where I pulled all the songs of him every time he sung in a video or beatbox or did something or rapped. I threw that all in a compilation. I called it Craig or Mini Lad the musical. I was obsessed with Mini Lad. I have proof I was obsessed with Mini Lad. And when the information came out, my very first live stream on Mini Lad is still on YouTube. And I looked distraught as ever. I don't look like this. I don't sound confident. I'm not good at speaking. I'm stuttering. My voice is quieter. I was upset about it. So upset about it. But over time, you learn to move on. And not only do you learn from your own mistakes, you learn from the mistakes of others as well. Okay? And Delirious did do this. He did. and it sucks. I'm still processing it. I bet a lot of you guys are still processing it, and I'm saying that's fine. We can all process it together. But if you need to wait to see proof, that is fine. But don't discourage those who do believe it, and don't discourage me, because I know I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes. And if you believe that I've seen something, but you just don't want to believe it right now until you see something, that's fine. Then don't discourage us for having a conversation about, okay, we know this alt account's delirious because of what I saw. And you're like, whoa, you can't talk about that because we didn't see the proof yet. Because again, if I'm wrong in the end, I'll retract everything. Coffee Boys, $5 super chat. Some of these people are... oh, I already read that, my bad. Don't pretend he couldn't do this. All right, thank you for the $5 super chat. It means a lot. All right. Ruben Ramirez, member for 2 months, level 3 supporter. Love your videos still, bro. Thank you for being a member. That means so much. And you're level 3 supporter, so that means like $10 a month. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate the heart too. Yeah, if you guys don't know, one of my moderators, Blake Chambers, he has a YouTube channel of his own. He just said in chat he saw it, and yeah, so it's something that is seen. People have seen it. It is real. It is true. And that's it. Glex, $2 super chat. Let's gaslight TJV. LOL, JK. That's funny. I've never seen you before, Glex. I think on my streams. I think this is the first stream you've been involved, but I appreciate it. Reaction list, $2.79 super chat. Can't wait to see the proof when you do upload it. I don't even know if I'll ever be able to upload it. That's the thing. So I'll explain real quick because that sounds really sus. Like I'll never upload it. No, I'll upload something eventually, backing up what I'm saying in the stream. I mean, I'm gonna need to because there's gonna be a lot of hardcore delirious supporters on my ass, but that's fine. I'm just lighting the match, starting another war, start the fire, and let's see if I last at the end or if I burn alive. We'll end up seeing. Tabor, thank you for becoming level 1 supporter. Hopefully you use the green name in the chat responsibly. Thank you for becoming level 1 supporter. Thank you for becoming a member. So, having said this, everyone will be able to eventually see proof. If not, Delirious will admit it. And I think Delirious knows this. Delirious knows it's coming. He already typed in the beginning of this chat. I'm sure he's still... Well, he said he was going to go take his daughter for a walk. That's fine. I hope him and his daughter are doing well. But when he comes back and eventually ends up seeing this, and Delirious, if you're watching this back at all, or anything, I just want you to know that I know that you know that this is real. Delirious, I know you know it's real. And I would rather you just admit to having these alt accounts because your Twitter account isn't coming back. The email that I saw that was between Ohm and Twitter was that your account is not temporarily suspended. It is permanently suspended. Indefinitely, forever. Now, again, is there a way for him to appeal that and get his Twitter account back? Because it is sort of like another income. It is another part of his brand, and he just lost that. Maybe there's a way for him to appeal it, and there's something that I don't know there. But I know what the email said, and if Delirious is able to sit here and share any information that contradicts that, or at least he comes on to admit it, because it is real, it is true, I would love for that to happen. And I'm just saying, you have my Discord. You know my Discord. I sent it to your business email. And yeah, that's probably the only way for you to get hold of me. You could message me on Instagram if you wanted to, but I mean, I don't usually use Instagram to message people. But yeah, it is real. And this information will come out, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Glex for the $2 super chat. My first time donating, but I tune in when I can. Okay. That's probably why I haven't seen you before then. So I appreciate you donating, though. Stormy178, member for 4 months, level 1 supporter. This is just a disappointment to hear in general. It is, but I appreciate you being a member and everything like that. It is disappointing. It all is. It all is. But again, at the same time, we got to be able to sit here and see how it goes, you know? We just going to have to see how it goes. That's it. Why would Twitter tell Ohm anything involving another individual? They can't disclose that info even if they are involved in the drama. Twitter could get fined massively for breaking law. Okay, first off, no, they cannot. No, Twitter can, it's their own platform. I'm sure they have ways to get around that and do what they want to do. Regardless of them bending the rules and doing what they want to do, they're allowed to share that information with Ohm, because Ohm is the one that was sending, hey, I believe this account is Delirious because nobody else would know that information that account is typing but Delirious. So when he goes to report it, they will give feedback on what is happening. And they will keep him in the loop so he understands that. And that is exactly what's labeled. It isn't like they're coming through saying, oh, Delirious' IP address is this, and he lives right here, and he said this exact message on this date, and this happened, and that happened. No. The victims took screenshots of these, so we know what the screenshots say, we know what the ats are, and Ohmwrecker's just getting normal feedback from Twitter that anybody else would get. Anybody else would get the exact same feedback if they were in that situation. Just saying. What are the alt accounts? There's a couple of them. Survey Junkie Now. I think Ray Harper was one. I think Chilled Venom or Toy Bounty Hunters. One of them said that. Those are 2 accounts for sure. There is more. It's what Ohm's been tweeting about for months now. I'm gonna come up with a list of what accounts are what. Ohm will probably get a hold of me and let me know what accounts. Because he has more knowledge about the alt accounts than I do. So I'll study up on them. I'll challenge Ohm in messages to make sure he's telling the truth and doing all of this. And if at any point I feel like he's lying, I'm going to drop every single one of this, and I'm not going to talk to him anymore. Because this is built on trust, and if he is going to talk to me and give me information, I expect from both sides, Ohm and Delirious, to be telling the truth. But somebody's lying here. At TJV, yes, they can. The difference is that Ohm was the one that reported it, but they wouldn't randomly contact Ohm to tell him about another user's account. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ohm is the one that reported it, and they were receiving feedback back. That's exactly what it was. They didn't just randomly message him saying, hey, by the way, his Twitter account is suspended permanently, indefinitely. No, it was a report. It was a back and forth. They have a lot of back and forth with somebody who works there. And Ohm was giving, obviously, the ats and his situation and his story to whatever, so making the report, and it was shared through email threads. But you're exactly right. Yes, it's because he reported it. They weren't randomly messaging him. You're exactly right. Oh, look at all these commentary channels. We have Sen, Vandalism, Chilled Venom, and Toy Bounty Hunters. That's 4 commentary channels up in here. I really hope I end up seeing videos from you guys, and if you guys want anything from me, I'm more than welcome to share. Again, I will make sure that Twitter thing is up there, so if you guys, I know some Vandalism might be going crazy right now. He might be like, being like, oh, I'm working on my video right now, because I know Vandalism. Or Chilled Venom, actually, he's a motherfucker. He like pops some steroids and goes fucking crazy on his computer. I mean, I see a video all the time from Chilled Venom. So, yeah. Yeah. But regardless, oh, I'm getting a call. Hold on. I don't even know who this is. Oh, that's you, Sen? Alright, hold on. Let me join you back. Hold on.
Yo, TJ.
Why the hell did you change your name to this?
Milky Way is so dope, dude. What do you mean?
Okay.
I love that name.
So, have you been watching the stream?
I've been keeping up. Yeah. I've been listening to it in the background. We're multitasking. It's
fun.
Yeah.
What's your thought from another commentary channel? Someone you've disagreed with me before. You've actually made a video calling me out, insulting me a lot. I mean, you and me don't.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you and me don't have the perfect past. But what is your opinion? Do you think I'm telling the truth?
A better past than you and Crow, though.
Huh?
At least I think we have a better past than you and Crow.
Oh yeah, way better than me and Crow.
Yeah. I think that I was really, really pro Delirious, but you bring up a good point. And you said you have proof, right? And Ohm shared that with you.
Yep.
And as much as I want to deny that Ohm will ever get a W, I mean, he might get a W, you know?
Right.
I'm seeing it as it's a big possibility. It could be true.
So when I tell you, hey, I've seen the proof, I'm here to tell you, and the only reason why I'm telling you is because I think you guys would want to know exactly what I saw. Do you have belief that I did see at least something?
Yeah.
Okay, and do you believe that is legit, like legit enough proof? Not maybe not legit enough proof being like, hey, here's the evidence. TJV said he saw it, but like, hey, most likely we're on that track of Delirious is behind these alt accounts. He did do a lot of these bad things, and they should be looked at and reviewed again.
I don't think you're dumb enough to be tricked by Ohm. I think that you did see something, and that's why you're bringing it to people's attention. Because it really doesn't make sense for you to be a contrarian against Delirious, right? It doesn't really make sense for anybody to be anti-Delirious. You're not really gaining anything off of this.
Not at all. If anything, I would gain more on turning my back on Ohm and calling out Ohm for this shit. I would gain so much more.
Yeah, exactly. Just ignoring anything you might have seen. But I do believe that you saw something, and I think a lot of people are picking up on that as well, have picked up on it. And do think that maybe Delirious isn't as squeaky clean as you know, as fans would think that he is, which sucks because I can see you getting hate for being anti-Delirious now, right?
Well, the one thing that I expressed with Ohm in a call was, you know, if I'm able to work with the other commentary channels who have covered this information before, and I'm willing to tell them pretty much not every information that they want to know, because I can't share with you guys like details, like I'll tell you guys anything publicly I wouldn't normally say, and you're welcome to repeat anything I say. So, but if I'm willing to work with you guys and talk to you guys and give you guys like an inside scoop about exactly what I saw and exactly what was shown, then you guys might even make videos about it. And if everyone's swaying the way of not like, oh, let's side with Ohm and shit on Delirious, if not doing that, but sitting here being like, okay, Delirious might actually be behind these, I think the commentary, even the small commentary scene, the little corner that we're in, is big enough where we could actually get people to have their minds open to that, especially when the proof does come out. We'll all be just ready to go to start talking about the very next thing and being like, okay, he is behind these. Okay, alt accounts, what did they do? What was so bad about them? And then we know exactly who was behind those, you know, and go from there. And it just moves the conversation forward, I think, instead of being stuck.
Well, we already have kind of an idea what was said in the alt accounts, right?
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Well, again, the worst thing that I've seen, or not the worst thing, but just one thing that just constantly sticks in my head is that Delirious has, you know, a kid of his own, has a second one on the way. Hopefully they all live healthy lives. I don't wish anything ill upon them, but he wished ill upon one of the victim's kids, a baby that the victim had. And him as a father and being behind that, and me knowing he did do that 100%, it just, that bothers me. I mean, it makes me... again, I'm kind of heartbroken. I mean, I used to watch these guys when I was younger, and I was still cool with Delirious all the way up until this point. I mean, I'm cool with that as much as I could be. I mean, I know he admitted to that one thing, and I have some distaste in him for that still. But like now, knowing that he went to the extent this last summer, these last 6 months to make alt accounts and harass these victims and do that, I mean, right now, like those victims weren't even like really like 100% victims. People were still like thinking that they're fake and that they're making up these stories and yada yada yada. And now, why would Delirious go out of his way to, if these victims didn't really have anything on him? I mean, I don't know. It just opens up the door for people to start thinking, hey, maybe Ohm's a little bit more right about things. Again, I don't think so. I'm not going to go backtrack on everything I said about Ohm, but going forward, if there's more details, there's more details.
Yeah, it almost feels like you kind of like sympathize with Ohm now, and I don't think a lot of people are willing to do that because of all the shit he's pulled. But again, and I mean, if we're gonna give Delirious kind of like an out, do you think we can just say, hey, maybe he was younger back then, maybe he was a lot stupider back then, and he did something, and it was like, it might have crossed the line, but it could just be like, you know, a case of him being childish.
Right. Well, I mean, like we're starting to see Mini Lads do a slow return, but people are saying, hey, if he gave 5 years and then came back, he would be doing better or whatever. So after doing acts like that, they're pretty bad. And Delirious admitting to it and saying that he did it or whatever was one big thing in all of this. But he was still, he's still doing fine. He's still moving on, and he probably could admit to a lot of things and still do fine. I mean, he has that much of a loyal audience. He probably could admit to doing a lot of things and be fine. But like, this is just one of those things where I know it's real, and it's like, it's one of those things that, like, yeah, if I don't say something about it later down the line, I'm probably going to say, oh yeah, I knew that was real. And I'll be like, well, then why the fuck didn't you say anything about it? So I knew, like, today's stream was going to be big. I mean, I knew it was going to be something where there was a lot of people.
Yeah, you told me on Twitter, you're like, oh, you're going to want to watch this. And I'm like,
yeah,
interesting. Yeah, I'll turn it up and see what's going on.
Keemstar don't got shit on me. I'm now breaking the scoops. Fuck him, bro.
You kind of, no, dude, you kind of got the Keemstar look going now. You're getting there. You got the hat and you got the beard now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to shave the beard or go bald or something, bro. I can't be looking like him.
Oh, you can fully embrace it though. No. I mean, Keem is a piece of shit, right? But at least he's popular to an extent. You can embrace that, just a little bit.
25 super. Hold on, real quick. $25 super chat from Thunder Cookie. Here's a little gift from me to you. Never stop fighting for what is right, Trevor. No matter what. Also, drink some water. Throat's gonna dry up. Thank you so much for $25 super chat. It means a lot.
Fight the good fight, Trevor. Fight the good fight with chicken nuggies and tendies in hand. I love it. We all love chicken tendies.
Chill Venom said at TJV, if Ohm can provide to trusted people that cab really turn the tides, you are the first step to that. Well, that's the thing. That's kind of what Ohm's thought was like, hey, people don't think that we get along. People are under the impression of everything, our past and everything. Am I willing to sit here and show you this as proof, but you got to swear to me that you will refuse on leaking like the private sensitive information about the individuals
involved. Were you ever critical on Delirious in the past? I don't think I glossed over your coverage enough, but there were people saying that at the time, right? Everybody seemed to be really pro Delirious, but there was one thing that somebody would say, and they're bringing it up now again. It's Delirious never responded to, what was it, the girl Sai, or never denied her claims. And they said that, well, if it wasn't true, he would have flat out denied it by then. But instead, Delirious decided to go ahead and character attack them and made them look like they were mentally unstable as a way to maybe say like, oh, she's crazy, she can't be telling the truth. But he never denied the claims, which people found to be sus. And now they're bringing it back up and they're like, oh, maybe he didn't deny the claims because they're actually true. Right. I don't know what you think about that. Did you ever like think about that or come back to it, or has that been on your mind?
So you mentioned the thing about have you ever been critical and stuff like that. Yeah, I have. I've been, very lightly critical on him. I said in the very beginning that Delirious is wrong for what he did if this ends up becoming true. He is definitely wrong. And then when he admitted to that thing, I was, but I also pointed out what most people were pointing out, like it did happen like 10 years ago. If he didn't know of the age at the time, there's a little bit of a leeway. I mean, if you're really willing to, if you're going to be just strict, more black and white, yes, he's wrong for what he did at the end of the day. But if you're going to want to fall more in that gray area and be sympathize with all parties involved, you'd have to understand what Delirious was going through and read his twit longer and understand what he's trying to tell us, and then go from there, and we can make our own opinions from that. I have not been super critical though over all this. It's nowhere near critical as I was of Minilad, nowhere near as critical as I was with Ohmwrecker. I've been so critical of them because I think those are the people that are fucking up the most in all this. But if Ohm has something like this proof, you're going to start to see behind the scenes, it wasn't really Ohm that was fucking up that bad. It was Delirious. And these alt accounts are fucking big. Like, why would Delirious do this? Like, why would anyone in their right mind want to go and send an emoji of a baby and a gun right next to each other and then say the fucking baby's name, that only he would know that information? I mean, yeah, somebody else that the victim might know that information, but like this is like directly, right after she came out about this information about Delirious and stuff like that. And now that the Twitter's investigating and suspended that account and Delirious's account on the same day, and then the email confirms, yep, that's the alt, it's suspended, yada yada yada, that's taken care of, yada yada yada. Delirious's Twitter suspension is not temporary. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that is really fucking weird about the baby and the gun thing. That's kind of crazy. I couldn't see Delirious doing that personally, right? But I don't know. And you brought up Mini, right?
Yep.
But the thing, okay, so the difference in this though, Mini's a pedo, right?
Yeah, but the big difference is, well, they both admitted to it. It's just that Minilad got more crap on it, but I remember back last fall when I was first covering it, he wasn't getting that a lot of crap. I was getting a lot of crap. I got dislike bombed for talking about him, and then the tides were turning into like October-ish, like even like end of September, the tides were starting to turn. Like Diesel Patches covered it. These big channels were starting to, and I was growing like up to their level. I was like getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and for some reason my videos were just doing really well, but I was getting fucking pounded on hard by fucking Mini Lad supporters and shit. Like nobody wanted to believe that Mini Lad did it, but like then Twitter took a crack at him, and then Instagram took a crack at him, and it was a lot. So 02 with $5 super chat. Get sideburns like Wolverine, man, might look badass. How many alt account did H2O make, and what for? He made, I'm not sure on the number. I will make a follow-up video talking about the alt accounts, what is confirmed to be him and what is not confirmed to be Delirious, because there are alt accounts that are not Delirious that might have been suspended for a separate reason. I thought I just heard a gunshot outside my house, so I got scared for a second.
Oh no!
Literally, I just heard it. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Let it go.
But what for? They were for whether the alt account was harassing or doing the death threat towards the baby or stalking or sending creepy cryptic messages. I mean, you're just gonna have to go look at all that alt account information. There's been YouTube videos made about it. There's Ohm's talked about it on Twitter. If you go back to Ohmwrecker's interviews with the two girls, he talks about it in those interviews, especially the Psy one. They talk about the whole death threat to the baby. You can go back and do more research on your own, but if you want to wait for my video to come out about it, I will talk about it all. I will work on that. That'll be number one priority after tomorrow, because tomorrow's Sunday. I want to take one day off from this, so
understandable.
Spend time with the girlfriend, relax, not take all day, Reactionless with $2.79 super chat. TJV Keem 2.0, more like Keemstar is a prototype TJV. Keemstar's like the Mark 1 Iron Man suit, and I'm like the Mark 85 Iron Man suit, so I'm just not there yet. You got to wait until Avengers Endgame before you see my suit, so that's a really weird.
Keep up the hustle, dude. Keep up the hustle. I'll be waiting for that video. It sounds like it's gonna be a
well, I already got most of the information, because it wasn't last night. It was the night before that when I got in the call with Ohm. It was like 2 a.m. yesterday, so that would have been like 2 nights ago. So it was it was.
Are you and Ohm good?
No, we still disagree on it. Like trust me, there is times where he'll still send me books and paragraphs, and I will tell him like, dude, shut the fuck up, let me answer your first line that you typed.
So what you're saying is Ohm's your bitch, basically.
No, I'm not saying that either. I wouldn't even accept him as my bitch. I don't want nothing to do with him, but like it just so happens that it's right now I'm covering that information, and I feel semi-responsible to talk about it sometimes. So like if I don't message him back, I might be missing an opportunity to find some sort of truth or some sort of answers, or maybe he eventually will give proof to me. And today's one of those days where I had proof. He said, hey, you're all good to go to do it, but just please be mindful. Don't leak anything. Don't leak anything that is private and sensitive information. And Ohm was really worried about burning bridges with Twitter. We'll have to see if Twitter gets mad at him about this. If he does, maybe we'll know, maybe we won't know. Maybe I will be told that and told not to share it. I have no idea. But I will share everything I saw relating to the Delirious, the suspension and stuff. And there might be more information in the future coming out. Delirious said he might want to give his side of the story. He knows my Discord. He can email me. He can do all that. So I hope
Delirious should say something.
He should. He should hop on here in an interview and just talk it out, see what he has to say about it. Or if he wants to just send me statements, or said, hey, from this point on in my DMs, you can screenshot anything and make a video out of it. I'll do whatever I have to do, but I hope more than likely he'll call about it, because talking it out will be better. It doesn't have to be a live stream talking it out. I can record it separate and then go over what I recorded and stuff like that, but I'm not going to cut out anything essential, because at that point I would say, hey, I'll just tweet out that our interview couldn't work because of what you wanted to cut out. And I would be honest about that too. I'd be like, yep, he wanted me to cut out too much information, because I'm not going to, if there is a piece of information he reveals, if it's sensitive, like he accidentally said someone's real name, I would cut that out. But like if it's something like, oh, cut out that, I don't want people to know that about me, but it has to do like with the situation and we're all curious if you did something, yeah, I'm if it's the truth, I'm telling it. You know, like that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the truth in this.
What do you think what do you think is gonna happen if Delirious gets outed? Like this all proves to be him, and it gets like proof ends up coming out, and it's undeniable. What do you think is going to happen in regards with Ohmwrecker? What do you think is going to happen to Delirious? And, like, overall?
Well, I think if there's real proof to send out and people can't refute it, no, you know, and a bunch of people aren't coming up with excuses for the evidence, or if they're not trying to make it seem less bad than what it is. If none of that's happening and people believe the proof comes out, and what I saw comes out, and it turns out to be true, then at that point, I think people will start to question Delirious. But since Twitter is not, like, Twitter's been the main place for people to get called out on, it would have to be, some people would go to the extent on commenting and community, and Delirious would start to feel some of that blowback that Ohmwrecker felt, and maybe it would incline him more to talk about it, or Delirious could maybe take the route in Minilad and just ignore it, make his content, continue doing what he's doing, and we'll see if it works for him or not. It's semi-working for Minilad right now, so I believe Delirious may get away with this without hardly any scratches, you know? But...
Well, you keep bringing up Mini. Wait, I'm actually really curious, and I know you know about this more than I do, but there were pedo allegations against Delirious as well?
Yeah. I thought you knew that.
Oh, what? Wasn't it only the one where he got set up by his friends for the 17-year-old?
It was that Skype call. There was a lot more. There was all these victims that came out saying that they were manipulated, asked for nudes, and all this. Yeah.
There was more. Okay, I was under the impression that was the only like legitimate time.
It's been for a while, so yeah.
That's not. I was because I was wondering. I'm like, why does he keep bringing up Mini? And I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That's really that's really fucking bad, Trevor.
Ty Install $20 super chat. I personally believe you and would more confirmation other than being from Delirious directly be different creators different. I don't know. This is confusing. I personally believe you and would more confirmation other than being Delirious directly be different creators distancing themselves from him. And do you think he's too big to feel the full repercussions and still have collaborations? I do think he will continue to collaborate with the Vanoss crew, but I do believe the Vanoss crew are willing to break off and not have him in sessions if need be, like if it starts to affect them.
Well, yeah, that's a bad look if the underage shit gets out, because so the thing with the baby and the gun, that's bad, right? But it seems like the predator shit is what really gets you and really pulls the sponsors from you, and that's what, like, oh, all right, we're not going to associate with you at all, right? And damn, if Delirious gets hit with that shit, he's super fucking fucked at that point.
Yeah, like it wouldn't even be a joke at that point. But like, we'll have to wait and see. I do think Delirious is able to bounce back. I just got a notification that Minilad's fucking doing a meme stream right now. Well, just too many things are happening today. I'm not going to worry about Minilad today. He should not be on the platform at all on YouTube. He did bad things. That's my opinion on it. If anyone's going to ask me about it, that's it. Thank you for the $20 super chat, though, Ty. Taver with $5 super chat. I just realized I had the stream muted for like 10 minutes. Oof. Well, don't be an idiot, So that's your own damn fault.
That's some good advice.
Yeah. So, yeah. Wait, his account is suspended. Yeah, Delirious's account is permanently suspended. Him and Liz Katz went online saying it was just an error. Liz Katz specifically said it should be back relatively soon. A lot of people are throwing out that date 1 week and 12 hours or whatever. They said in 7 days and 12 hours, his account will be back. That's how long suspensions go for, whatever. I've heard that a lot. It's not going to come back. We can wait for this week. If it ends up coming back this week, fuck. I'm going to be live streaming being like, hey, I have no idea what the fuck's going on. I thought it was permanently suspended. But what I saw in the email, the proof, saying it's not temporary. The Twitter specifically said, I quote, it is not a temporary suspension. That's exactly what the email said. And I remember that part vividly.
Even if you think about it, right,
Delirious is a verified account with over 1 million followers. I'm sure that if he had like an unjust suspension, he would have been able to get that back easy, wouldn't he?
Yep. I mean, look at Delirious has fucking sponsors shit that he has to post on Twitter. He has clips. That's like a big part of his brand. 4 million followers on Twitter. That's not like a suspended, oops, my bad, let's take a while to get it back to you. No, that's like...
Yeah.
He makes a lot of money off Twitter too. I mean, that's kind of part of brand deals. Like that's how some of those sponsors work. They want them to also post the sponsor onto their other social media, and that's how it works. And Twitter has this like gaming program or whatever when they post certain clips and everything, and like it's a big deal. So like it definitely. That was if anything was going to be a low blow to Delirious, his Twitter account being suspended was a low blow. But it's not necessarily just from Ohm. It's because of what Delirious did. These alt accounts is what eventually got Twitter to say, hey, yeah, he needs to be permanently suspended. And I completely side with them on that. That's awful of them to do. Toy Bounty Hunters said, no one is too big to fall. It really just depends on how Delirious also responds. Yes, and I hope if and when he gets to me, hopefully it's something that will reveal that this is true and we're on the right track, but
Well, let me ask you this. If after Delirious's response, because he's going to have to eventually respond, what are you going to think of him at that point?
Well,
I don't want to put you on the spot.
It depends on what he says. If he admits to it, or are you saying if he admits to it, or if he like retaliates and says it's not true?
What if he admits to it? And yeah, let's just say that he admits to it. Either way, he's going to admit to it. Would him coming off as passive or aggressive be a determining factor for you to whether or not you continue to support him, or are you just done with him right there and then?
I haven't supported him since he admitted he did that. I have no support. I unsubscribed. I unfollowed him from stuff. It's none of my. He's not my in my realm of watching for supporting or anything. In terms of having Ohm or some other YouTuber or some other commentary channel spread lies about him, then that's kind of where I would come in and say, hey, he did this thing, but that thing you're talking about is not true. This is the proof, or this is the lack of proof for that. If he were to come to me and he was super like chill out, passive about it, wasn't really heated about it, or if he even came at me mad, yelling, talking really, really fast and everything else like that, and seeming really angry, that would not really be a determining factor for anything at all. It all depends on what he's saying. You can't really base on if someone's being super heated or not heated about something unless you're talking about what they're speaking about too. He could be super heated just trying to say my name correctly. That doesn't mean he's telling the truth or lying on any of this stuff. So like, it all depends. If he's talking about the Twitter suspension and trying to say it's not real, but he's really heated about it, it could mean, one, he's lying and he's trying to come up with something to say, or two, it could be maybe he's just tired of it, and maybe he has an email of his own saying, hey, yep, this is, I got told this from Twitter, and maybe Twitter sent out two different things. I doubt it. So I do think that Delirious just typed in the chat, and he never said anything on whether or not it was real or not, that he was permanently suspended or not. He didn't comment on that. He wanted to comment on the doxing thing. I said one of the alts are accused of doxing information, and I said that I believe Delirious would be behind that one as well, because that was in the group of ones that were suspended to believe to be Delirious or whatever. And he said I never dox, and he asked what my definition was of doxing was in the live stream. So I said whatever Google would say would be my definition. So I typed it on Google and I showed him or whatever, and then he goes, "Yep, I did not do that." Is whatever the definition said.
Ohm is typing in the chat.
Yeah,
again.
Ohm said, calling it here, he is going to attack my character more, call me a stalker again. He's been stalking me since before Keemstar interview, and deflect / distract. He even said it here. Well, again, it's just something that we're going to have to wait and see. I think going back and forth saying he will do this, he will do that, we'll have to wait to see what he says. I hope he messages me privately and we can set up something and organize it. If he goes out publicly, goes to his community page, he goes to whatever to say something, or does whatever. That's that. God forbid, I hope Delirious doesn't go to Keemstar, because Ohm tried that and that did not work out well. So like, I don't think it would work out well if Delirious went there either. So
Did you see what Eddie Brock just typed in chat? Holy shit, he just went in on Ohm. He's like, "You're a stalker. You won't leave the man alone with his family." Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. Yeah, Ohm is not very liked.
no,
It'll be interesting to see public reaction.
But that's the thing.
when
Let me
that
ask you.
settles.
Let me ask you this question, Sen, real quick. Hearing this, like, if you were in the situation where Ohm was willing to give you information, proof, or whatever, would you come out and do the same thing I'm doing now?
Yeah, most likely. I don't think I have enough of a fan base that cares about this situation. I could totally understand why you do it, because your fan base is really into this and they want to be informed.
Right.
I'm not sure if my fan base would warrant a live stream, but maybe, yeah. Why not, to get the info out there? Sure.
Right. And do you believe I have any bad intentions with this? Like, have I shown any bad intentions to, like, lie about this? Do you think I'm doing this for clout? What do other people say? Am I doing this for money? Am I doing this for views, subscribers? Am I trying to get to my 100K subscriber goal before December? I've heard that shit a lot in my comment sections. Like, do you think I have any of those bad intentions? Like, what do you think on that?
I don't think you have bad intentions, because I think this is true. One. Two, I wouldn't blame you for getting it out, because I think you make a good point in that you do. It is worth noting, right? It is worth, because I've seen people. I think it was like Chill Benham, actually. He made a video being anti-Delirious in a sense, right? And then he didn't get dislike bomb, but there are people that are like against him for it, right? And anybody that seems to start questioning Delirious now is instantly getting hate. So if we have more people that are saying, hey, maybe there is a possibility that this is a thing, the heat will be off of the smaller creators or some people that are willing to speak out against this. Because, I mean, you want the truth out there. We got to have the truth out there, right? Regardless of who we like, you know, the truth, sometimes it's ugly, but it has to come out, right? Regardless. I mean, look, I know that you like Vanoss, right? You were a huge fan of Vanoss, right? You've been kind of fucked in that regard, though, right? Because you have, like, you know, every creator that you seem to like seems to have, in a sense, not been who you thought, right?
Right.
You have, like, because Vanoss, right? You have, let's see the people. We got Minnie, obviously the big one. We Delirious. Would you include, like, Louis in there too, or no?
I mean, I watched Louis when I was younger, yeah. So, I mean, like, but Minnie was just the big guy. Like, I told Ohm, like, I didn't really watch you when I was young. I just saw you in, like, Gmod prop hunt videos and stuff. But Ohm said real quick right here, don't mean to cut you off, if I was the stalker, I'd be suspended. That is true. Like, that's exactly, Twitter was going after him because of these alt accounts and, like, the stalking, the harassing and everything. If Ohm was doing this shit to Delirious, Twitter would have done that. And I'm sure Twitter has taken a look at what Ohmwrecker has done too. They have the information to be able to look at if he's been doing anything. I'm sure Twitter would have done something towards Ohm as well. And now let's just be real here. Are we going to now start saying that Twitter's corrupt and they're just out to get Delirious? Are we really going to go down that route? I'm just saying, any H2O Delirious supporters, if you want to sign a petition or whatever, get your signatures that Twitter's corrupt. We got to take down Twitter because they banned Delirious, and that's completely uncalled for. He's a family man. You can't use the family man excuse for everything. You can't just excuse that the entire world is wrong and Delirious is always right. At some point, you're going to have to sit here and say, okay, I got to think about this for a minute. Twitter.
Chat's going wild right now, dude.
I mean, yeah.
See that? See that?
Ohm says, I have no alts used to stalk him or Liz. I've left him alone. Lawyers/police, of course, are going to deal with this. It involves CP and threats to a baby. Exactly. And the threats to the baby is the thing that made me most alarmed. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this is fucking crazy. Like, this needs to be. I am not suspended, is what Ohm says. He is not suspended on Twitter. I fully encourage Delirious, Liz, etc. to push Twitter to investigate me for alts or stalking them. Full on. Ohm is open. Ohm is open to, like, have Twitter investigate him. I mean,
Ohm is being very ballsy now.
I mean, look at, like, but I'm just saying, like, look at. I'm not trying to defend Ohm at all. I hate the fucking guy, dude. He tried fucking suing me at one point and tried taking my car, and that car is my fucking life. You touch my car, I will fucking kill you. Like, Ohm tried taking away my car. I do not like Ohm, but I'm telling you, if he's willing to be investigated, I invite Twitter to do it. I invite both of them to get suspended for some of the shit they said. But at the end of the day, Ohm didn't break TOS. Delirious did. He fucking threatened a baby on Twitter with an alt account. This is what we're talking about. And that's just what I'm saying. And
see, the thing is, this is very out of character for Ohm, right? So the fact that he's going around saying, "Oh yeah, like go ahead, come at me, bro," is really, oh, that's not a good sign at all, because it's like, oh shit, this guy might actually be onto something. And Delirious is the one that's not saying much at all.
Delirious is being careful about what he says. He's being careful about what. Yeah, Delirious is being careful about what he says, but I expect him to. I don't blame him for being careful. I mean, like, I know he's at fault here. I know he's behind these alt accounts. I know. I hope he handles this the right way. And yes, there is a right way to handle this. I hope he comes out, he tells the truth, and he says, "Hey, I was wrong for that. I'm moving on though. I've learned my lesson. This will never happen again. I'm hoping one day I can get the Twitter suspension lifted and I can have my Twitter account back and I can connect with fans that way." And he can try to do that regardless if I agree with him doing that or not. That would probably be the best way for Delirious to handle this, because he ain't going to get his Twitter account back. It's permanent. Troy Bounty Hunter said, "TJV, no, that's a threat." Did I make a threat? Oh, was it the thing about my car?
Maybe it was a joke. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, it was
that's my mind.
It was probably the car thing. Yeah, if anyone does touch my car, I will fucking kill you. That is a threat, 100%. Do not touch my car.
Yeah, the car thing, right?
Yeah, do not touch my car. Niked Molorat, I don't know exactly how to say that, $5 super chat. "It doesn't add up much that Twitter would perm. Suspended Delirious account. If things were this serious, wouldn't his account be banned for that action?" Does it say suspended even if the account is banned?
I think so, because otherwise, if it was banned, wouldn't it say this account does not exist?
Yeah, I think so. It is
so I'm not sure.
I think even if they're permanently suspended or permanently banned, it says suspension. But if it doesn't, I could be wrong. I think it will say suspended regardless. Ohm typed in the chat, "I want that vet." Kidding, of course. Oh, shut up. You ain't having that. I'll be fucking kick your ass home if you touch my vet.
I actually have another question.
Yeah.
Are you gonna watch? Who else is left in Vanoss that you can watch? Because holy shit, it looks like it dropped down. Like,
just
what was it? It's actually Minnie and Delirious, the only two that have had like the legitimate accusations.
So Minnie and Delirious are the ones with the Minnie, Delirious, and Louis has those alleged. People are saying that they're not 100% real.
How are you feeling about those actually? Because I didn't see you address them anymore after.
Well, I talked about this briefly with someone. I was saying like, I wanted to make more parts, cover the entire document myself. I know a lot of people have done it already, but I wanted to break down one by one, give that people like, okay, I'm looking at this is what I think, but you can have your own opinion down in the comment section below. But after the first one kind of blew up out of proportion, like the way that it did, and then me and Crow had our shits, and then yada yada yada, it got to a point where I was like, you know what, regardless of what I said, Louis has a big, Louis has that commentary channel that Crow's a judgment backing him up. So even if I say he did something wrong, like he shouldn't have messaged these people, regardless of age, regardless of anything, he shouldn't have flirted with these people, he shouldn't have done this, he shouldn't have sent a picture of himself like that. Regardless of what I say, I'm going to get shit on and be like, yeah, TJ, but it's not against the law, is it? And it's going to be every little nitpick in the book. So
it's like, it's a question of like morality, not legality for you, right?
Yeah, it's more. Yeah, I have more of a moral stance to everything I say, not just I see that a lot with Crow. Like Crow will bring up more of a legality sort of thing in his streams, in his type of commentary. Me, I'm more of the moral guy. Like if I think you're doing something fucked up that a normal human being shouldn't be doing, I will call you out and say, hey, that's kind of fucked up. Like if you want to sit here and go on Twitter and argue when it's not your place to argue, I will call you out for that. But most people wouldn't care because that's just the nature of the internet. People do that. But if it's someone like someone who has a higher status that I believe definitely shouldn't, like Ohm, I called out Ohm. I said, you shouldn't be fucking tweeting back at Delirious at every little thing he says. That's more of a moral stance I have. Based off my morals, I don't think it's worth engaging. And that's just how I feel. And the same thing with the Louis thing. I kind of just did more of a moral stance. And my moral stance normally can be agreed upon by most people, but like the Louis thing shows,
Yeah.
they're going to bring up the legality point, and then at that point they're like, yeah, but he's fine from this point of view technically, and I'm like, yeah, technically, but technically I'm not wrong for having my own opinion about it.
So your whole art, like your problem with the Louis situation, more of a moral problem, right? Like,
Yeah, and always has been, you know. Like I believe what I believe, and I believe that, you know, a grown-ass man shouldn't be texting someone half his age, regardless if she's under 18 or above 18. Regardless, she's still around that teenage year, you know, whether she's older or younger. She's still around that, and he's still, what, 30s, you know, approaching 40s at the time or whatever. I have no idea, but it's still a girl half his age that he's sending an inappropriate photo in the mirror to her. That's still not good, like, in my opinion. But hey, do what you want. I guess legally you guys can get married and have children and do that. To me, it's fucked up and it's weird.
So they to TLDR, you're still like anti-Louis, basically, right?
Well, I've never had a chance to change that or look more into it yet, so I guess you can say that I am. But at this point, I really don't have anything to say about it. I mean, if I were to talk about it,
you're not looking to cover him anymore, basically.
Probably not. But again, like, if there's a demand for it, I guess I would think about doing it. But like, or if there's new information that comes
like
out.
The tweet I made the other day. Like you like the tweet I made. It was give the audience what they want, basically.
Yeah, people crave drama, and anybody who sits here and says, "Oh, you're just milking it," well, yeah, I'm milking it, but people fucking love it when I milk it. So shut the fuck up, you know. Let me do my thing, you know. So
that's the best approach to take, because if you were to go, I don't know if you've been keeping up with the Rebzilla drama. Probably happened.
I have a little bit.
It's like the whole problem with Rebzilla really is that he's like, I'm doing this for a greater good or something, like, and it's like there's no greater good. Like, you've deluded yourself into thinking that, and you couldn't get flack if you were just upfront about it and be like, hell yeah, I'm milking it because I know my audience and I know this and that, right? Like, I think you understand that. I think you at the very least are transparent about that,
right? Gleck, $2 super chat, Terrorizer Gang. I completely agree. Let's just stick to people who have been completely out of this shit, you know. So
Terrorizer and
Moose
Wildcat?
Knuckle, Wildcat, Vanos, Marcel, 407. Let's just chill with them. Why not? But, but yeah, no, yeah, it's again, like, anybody who wants to sit here, and I even told my girlfriend this the other day in the car. She sat here and goes, "What's your favorite part about your job?" And I sat here and I told her, I was like, most people would say, I love my job because of the fan base and the community and the work. It's so inspiring. And I said, that's all a bunch of bullshit. Like, at the end of the day, you can't tell all of these strangers online that you absolutely love them with all your heart. You never met them. You don't know what they look like. You don't know how they talk in person. You don't know what their mannerisms are. You don't know any of that shit. And you're already going to claim that you have some higher or deeper love for them? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, don't get me wrong. I like my audience. Sometimes I'll even say, hey, I love you guys if we're having a fun time. But just know deep down, you're still a stranger to me. And if you show up at my door trying to hug me at all, I will punch you in the face. Don't do that. That's fucking weird. And I'm just trying to be transparent. I mean, like, that's kind of what it is. And every content creator is like that. Every content creator is like that deep down, regardless if they know it or not. Because there's no way you can have this, just like Rebzilla, he can't have this higher feeling or this higher moral to, like, report on, like, the truth or whatever. Like, I get it, you want the truth to get out there, but the reasoning why I want the truth out there is not because I'm fighting the good cause or whatever. It's because I'm talking about this drama, and eventually I want this to come to a conclusion so I can move on to something new.
A mix of both, but the problem with Rebzilla is he stands adamantly behind the whole concept of him doing this for some greater good. He doesn't even acknowledge the fact that, you know, the revenue he'd pull in from it, or, you know, what his fans essentially want. He just says, I'm doing this to better the world, to better her and shit. And it's like, no, dude, you're not. Chill.
Sen, you've heard me say before, I love the money. Money's good. Money's great. I mean,
the car, dude. The car ain't gonna pay itself.
Exactly. Right? Yeah, my Corvette came from you guys, and that means so much more than me sitting here saying I love you for 2 hours, right? You guys paid for my fucking car. Thank you very fucking much. Like, that matters so much more. Hyperactivism, $5 super chat. Watching Vanos duo videos just in case this turns out to be true. I can't enjoy them anymore. Appreciate you telling this info. Much much love, dude. I am sorry that you can't enjoy it anymore. My intention is not to get everyone to fucking hate mob Delirious, but yes, he needs to be held accountable for this, and eventually I would like to see people start to question him if he does not come out and explain himself properly right away. If he messages me and wants to explain right away, then I think any hate he would get would be unjust, because he's already explained himself. But at the same time, how is he going to, what's the responsibility? What's the actions he's going to take to be able to deal with this? Is he going to be able to work on himself? Is he going to be able to take this Twitter suspension to heart and to actually feel the effects of what he did in a negative way? Because what he did was negative, so he's going to have a negative effect from this. I just hope he takes that to heart and he doesn't just wave it off like, oh, I'm the shit. It doesn't affect me. But thanks for the $5 super chat, and hopefully, you know, if you do, like, I sometimes look back on videos where Minilad and Louie and everybody's still in them. I can kind of enjoy them still, but like at the same time, by the end of the video, I'm kind of like,
You have that thing in the back of your head, right?
Yeah.
You know, like fucking, you know, Keemstar is actually, I think, getting more interested in this shit because he posted. I don't know. Did you hear what he? I don't know what you call them. It's a little voiceover that he puts.
Yeah,
on
the
his
audio
tweets,
clips
right?
on Twitter. Yeah.
Audio clips. Yeah, he's like, well, we need somebody that can document this. Does a document formatted thing for Delirious' situation or the Vanos crew situation and shit. And it's like, it's funny though, because you're not a fan of Keem, right?
No, I do not like Keem at all. I want to box him out.
Oh, did you hear about Keem's like 20-year-old girlfriend problems?
Yeah, I actually I made a video
like
about
40, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Keem. Oh, you made a video on it?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, link me that shit. I actually didn't see it. I must have not gotten the notification or some shit. But yeah, that was a hot topic too. It was like because Keem's 40, right? Keem's like 40, and he's dating like this 20-year-old and shit, and everybody was making a big fuss about it and stuff. And yeah, it's weird. I'm like, I was thinking in the back, where's TJ? I want to get TJ's take, right? Because you don't like fucking Keem at all. So yeah, link me that video because I want to see what you had to say about this. Or you could just tell me here, whatever works for you.
Yeah, I have the video link there. I don't exactly remember every little thing that I said, but I do remember talking about it, and I think what I said overall is it's completely just for people to think it's weird. Like, I took the moral stance on it because that's kind of what I wanted my channel to be. I don't want my channel to be a news channel. This isn't CNN. This isn't any of that bullshit. You know, this is me talking to you guys about what I think, what I believe, and if you disagree with me, that's fine. And celebrities do this all the time. Go to any fucking celebrity's Twitter page that's politically active. They constantly talk about politics. Chris Evans, the guy who plays Captain America, he's a huge-ass Democrat. Mark Ruffalo, Brie Larson, big-ass fucking Democrats. Most of the fucking Marvel cast are big-ass Democrats, you know? And they will share their opinions on that. They will share their political beliefs on that. And if that's the place for you and you want to agree or disagree or be neutral, whatever you want your stance is, you can still be there and enjoy your time. That's what I believe people can be here for me. They can sit here, they can enjoy their time with my own opinions, and you guys can have your own, and I'm not going to treat you any less than someone who agrees with me 100%. You can disagree with me 100%, and we could still be cool. I know people like Crow. I disagreed with him a lot, but I think we're cool. I think. I'm not 100%. But
you sound really unsure about that.
Well, the only reason why I say that is because he's very similar to Zombie Fox. They seem to like have their period phase, so like they're on their period sometimes, and they hate me, but
you don't like Zombie?
Well, no, because he just made a video like he fucking hated my guts and I'm the worst person in the world about me. And I was like, oh, I thought you were cool with me. I guess not. And then
Did you take it personal?
No, I didn't. I didn't at all. No, I just what I took personal is that he like reached out to ex staff members that I kind of said, hey, thank you for all your work. And they said, yep, thanks for the opportunity. We were on good terms. And then they tried leaking a bunch of shit about me and make it seem bad. But at the end of the day,
did you review the video?
Huh?
Did you review the video?
No, I didn't, because it's not really worth it. Like, anybody can see with a blind eye being like, oh, yeah, there's not really anything bad here. Like, he just made an hour-long video because of whatever. And you can see when he's talking about it, he's kind of stretching to make certain points that, like, TJV is looking like this and doing this. And I'm like, yeah, those were private messages that don't show anything bad intent or anything like that. Like I would send maybe like a heart emoji to a staff member or something like that, and then he would go, oh, flirting, oh, that's bad. Yep, dating online, TJV, bad guy right there, and I'd be like, oh, all right.
Oh man, is this gonna be like a feud between TJV and Zombie Fox or something?
No, because I'm not gonna waste my time on him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So speaking of wasn't there Velocity made a video on you as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he made another one. He made another one too.
HD.
Yeah, he made another one.
He made
too.
a second one too.
Yep.
What happened with that one?
Again, like I said, I don't waste my time on that shit. So like,
oh yeah, watching Velocity.
if they want to join a call with me and talk to me like a man, fine. But if you want to make videos about me, fine. I just let you know I'm not going to look at every single thing that you make though. So I think I watched part of it and then.
Wait, hold on. So you're saying you'd be willing to talk to them? Like if
I already tried inviting both of them, and I haven't heard
Fox
anything.
And
Velocity. Yep. Velocity I tried doing during a live stream, and I think Zombie Fox I did in someone else's live stream. Velocity HD was in my own live stream. I told him to hop on, and he said no. And then I tried DMing him on Twitter, or not Twitter, Instagram. So
I can like hit up Fox and let him know that you'd be down to talk. Cause Fox, I've talked to him before.
yeah, tell him any problems that he has with me. He can air them out publicly. He can accuse me. He can throw the book at me, and I'll talk to him about it publicly, right in front of everyone. $5 super chat from Hyperactivism. Much agreed, dude. I just loved his bond with Vanoss in the early days. It's just crazy that he may have done these things. Keep on though, bro. Thank you means a lot for that. Slasher had a super chat right here. $5 super chat. Yeah, but it was a prank by Marcel. Why is Delirious in the wrong by a cruel prank by someone else? Because he still engaged in that sort of thing. He, asking for age proof, all of that stuff before you engage in something very dangerous like sex on Skype is very, very important. And yes, Delirious is still in the wrong for it regardless. It's something I saw in the beginning. Yes, it's still wrong on all accounts. Just because you were tricked or pranked or lied to, you still have the responsibility to double check. So it is still your fault at the end of the day. No police officer is going to come by and say, oh, yep, you were tricked, you're free to go. That ain't going to happen. I mean, you got to know. You got to check, do your research, do everything. Tell the girl, hey, we ain't doing this thing until you show me your ID. And if she really wants it, she'll show you the ID. I mean, yeah, it's going to happen. Jaden Soul, $5 super chat. Are we still talking about Delirious? It feels like the focus on the stream has went away off topic. Plus, the stream lasted so long, I'm still lost. We're just answering questions at this point. So if you have a question...
You're leaving the stream up, right?
Huh?
You're leaving the stream up, right?
I leave all of my streams up. I got nothing to hide.
Then they got a chance to recap pretty much everything.
Go back, rewatch it if you'd like, but I'm here to answer questions as well, so if you have any questions,
and most importantly, give them that fucking watch time. That CPM is very important.
Well, we'll see if this is even monetized. So, most of the time they become limited ads or whatever, and they're more worth deleting than keeping up, because more than likely what's going to happen like 5 months is that Velocity HD is going to download a stream and be like, oh, look, he said this, and this is inconsistent with what he said 1 week later. And I'll be like, oh, shit, you got me. See, I'm going to make it inconsistent again.
You think Velocity is making like hit pieces on you?
Have you seen his videos?
No, I really.
He pulls like so many different live streams, and like I say one inconsistency here, and then I say one here, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's when I realized I was wrong and I changed. Did you forget to put the middle stream, like the other stream where I explained I was wrong and I changed my mind? Oh no, you just wanted to show and make me look bad. Okay, that's cool. And then
wait, so do you think Velocity is purposely like taking you out of context or some shit?
I mean, why else would he like mention my ex relationship with Hallie and make it sound like it was a disgusting relationship, like I had shady tendencies? Like he sat here and said that I had shady tendencies with Hallie because I said Neon was in my chat. He goes, hey, you fucking Hallie now? And I said, I am now, as a joke. And then he put that in the beginning of the first video and said, ugh, there's a lot of shady tendencies about this TJV, and I'm about to show you more. And I'm like, okay, you were just trying to make me look like I had bad intentions or whatever, but like...
I haven't watched the video, so I'll take your word for it, but...
I mean, watch it. I bet you'll have a good laugh. I had a good laugh with the first one. The second one, I watched like maybe a minute and a half of it, and I was like, I got more important things to do.
Oh, you watched the entire... Wait, how long are these videos?
Oh, I have no idea. If you just type in Velocity HD, that means...
Velocity...
Yeah, you'll find both videos. My name is Harris, $5 super chat. If Delirious is 100% honest about what he did, it will make me at least trust him more than Minnie, because even when he apologized, he still censored stuff. Yeah, Minnie, he told the truth, but like when he was going to show in his follow-up videos, he was censoring information. If Delirious admits it, at least I think he would be right around the same level as Minnie in terms of coming out about it, because Delirious is just now hard getting accused by like me and others because I saw the proof from Ohmwrecker. So this would be the first like hard thing there. So if Delirious were to admit that and say, hey, yes, it's true, then honestly, that would make me more happy than anything else right now, because then I know in the future I'm not going to argue with Delirious, and if he tries to bring up something that's false, being like, look, Ohm's lied here before in the past, I'm like, yeah, I get that, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about an email from Twitter like that he had recently. I mean, like, this is what we're talking about. We're not talking about Ohm's past. We're not talking about what Ohm said. We're talking about what Ohm showed me, what Twitter sent to him. So unless you can prove Twitter has been lying about stuff, like the people who work at Twitter have been lying, I mean, I'd rather him just admit to it. I don't know what else he could bring up to excuse or save himself from this, but like if he has something, I would be curious to hear it. iKed with the $10 super chat. You should be a lawyer. You seem pretty balanced in my opinion. Fuck no. If I was a lawyer, I'd beat everybody's ass in that courtroom and go to jail. Like
Phoenix, right?
I'm a
Phoenix,
very
right?
angry person. Plus,
Miles Edgeworth.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you played the Ace Attorneys?
No.
I could just be talking out of my ass, and you don't know who any of these people are.
No. I probably could not be a lawyer. I get not that I get heated or I have a temper or anything like that. It's just like when it comes to a courtroom scene and the suits and everything, I mean, I'd rather just sit back, chill, talk. Sometimes you raise your voice, sometimes you curse, sometimes you swear. Courtroom, you got to be very professional about that. But I did take speech class, and I did take one class that talked about law and the practice that lawyers take and stuff like that. I did take a college class on that stuff, so it entertained me at one point. I was thinking about at one point I could be a lawyer, but at the end of the day, I'm like, nah, I'm kind of too much of a child to be a lawyer. I abstained because it's just silly altogether. Enjoyed the $10 paint job for your car with this dono. You get 1 stroke of paint max with this. That's probably not 1 stroke of paint. I mean, it's probably not. You're looking about like, you pay maybe $1,000 for someone to do a paint job, and I'm not going to be painting the car myself. So I'd love to paint the car myself, but I don't have the experience, and I don't have the equipment and the setup and everything about it. DJ Why Your Face, $5 super chat. In opinion, Ohm/Delirious, what's wrong is wrong / what right is right. What point you say it's enough to walk your own path. People's past are not the greatest. I agree with your last part. I'm kind of confused by your beginning part there, but your last part I completely agree with. People's past aren't the greatest. You're going to hear some stuff about them. It just depends on how you're going to take it. Some people like to forgive right away and say, hey, I'm not going to have that affect him now because he was the different person then. We're kind of talking about something that happened in the last 6 months. Like, these alt accounts have been made in the last 6 months, the last year. This stuff's kind of recent. So I would say this would matter a little bit more, and you should think about it since it happened more recently. If you're not going to think about the thing that happened 10 years ago, I kind of understand. To me, it's still, all of it matters, regardless if he was 18 or not. If he was an adult, if he knew better, which if you're an adult, you should know better, he shouldn't be doing any of this stuff, regardless of his age. So
you wouldn't give him that out?
No, he doesn't deserve any out by any chance. But would he get
Delirious, right?
Delirious, right? Yep. He wouldn't get any out. But at the same time, if it did happen 9-10 years ago, I mean, it ain't like it happened 2-3 years ago, where it's a lot easier to be accessible and the information's relatively new. I mean, if it happened 10 years ago, you talk about it once, twice, 3 times, and then you're kind of done and over with. Mini Lad returning, you can talk about constantly for months, and we'll see the next few months on how it goes. If he's going to keep returning, which right now he's live streaming a meme stream, we're going to see how often people are talking about Mini Lad, which I think is going to be very consistent. I mean, I think a lot of people will continue to do it, especially if he's willing to say more and more and more. But there's more relevant information, I think, to discuss. We all know Delirious is wrong for what he did. He admitted to it. I hope he gets responsibility taken for it. Apparently, police are contacted. Apparently the FBI are contacted. Apparently lawyers are suing each other. Delirious has his lawyers. Has his lawyers.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I mean,
Battle Royale.
Yeah, shit's happening. So Delirious will eventually answer to something at some point whenever that takes off. That's fine.
This is actually a good question about Delirious. If Delirious is the IP banned, right? Wouldn't his baby Delirious, Liz, and his whole family be banned too? Like, you know how they all have their own accounts as well. Wouldn't they be banned too?
I don't know how that all works out, like in terms of like if you live in the same household to someone who did that. I think Liz Katz would still have a right to keep hers, and then the baby Delirious, that can arguably be Liz's account as well. I'm sure Delirious runs it, but like it can arguably be not Delirious's account. Like Batcoon is obviously Delirious's account. I think it's his side account, his character or whatever. That's what that is what that is. So I there's an argument to be made about those other accounts. I'm very curious to see. Like, I don't think H2O Delirious would go this low, but like, imagine if he went to Baby Delirious to tweet drama. Like,
oh man,
like
that would be fucked.
Right. So like, I think Twitter has some sort of understanding where they can just use some common knowledge that these accounts have their purposes and they're not going to get suspended. But like Delirious, he did break this TOS. He is doing bad stuff. He is technically even getting into legal trouble with this. His Twitter accounts need to be suspended, and they knew Batcoon was it. They knew Delirious was it. They got rid of them, and then all the other alt accounts like Survey Junkie Now, Ray Harper, whatever, those other alt accounts are now getting removed as well, and that's just where they're going from that. $5 super chat from the MHSP Shadow. Personally, I'd still watch H2O, but I generally won't accept his actions on a high level. But I still watch Vanos and Terrorizer, to be honest. Yeah, Vanos and Terrorizer right now are fucking killing it. They're doing great on YouTube. Continue to watch them. You can even continue to watch H2O, Mini, Ohm, whoever you want to watch. That's fine. Just understand, I'm here to talk about drama, and I don't watch them, and I don't promote their shit. And if anything, I promote them. Some of them getting off the platform, aka Mini Lad. Mini Lad's on the top of the list for me.
I don't think anybody's gonna argue with you on that one.
Well, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. There are. I do get some mini.
Really?
I still get Mini Lad supporters on my stream to this day. You can ask any staff members real quick who are in the chat.
What's their arguments? What's their arguments? Out of curiosity, I'm really curious.
Well, you ask my staff. My staff members can tell you. They deal with them almost every single stream. There's like a Mini Lad supporter or whoever that jumps in here. Most of their arguments is like, leave him alone. He's donating to charity. His meme streams are donated to charity now. Leave him alone. Or he's grown. He's becoming an adult. And I'm like, Jesus, it's just
crazy.
And I'm trying to explain to him, like, yes, he can donate one stream a week, the money from one stream a week to charity, but all those other streams and videos he does, he just collects the revenue, no problem. Okay, yep, that's cool. Whatever. I mean, even if he came back and fully donated to charity, every dime he has to charity, I still wouldn't want him because he's still accessible to be in front of an audience. Like, I wouldn't want him to get into music either and become a big music star because you're getting yourself in front of an audience and you're not trusted to be in front of that audience anymore. Your only thing that you're trusted with is going to a regular 9-to-5 job for the rest of your life. That's what I think, but again, maybe that's too much. Toy Bounty Hunter said at TJV, I doubt he'll face any legal ramifications for any of this. I don't think for the Twitter stuff he will, but it is getting into that gray area. That's all I was trying to mention, but I don't think he'll get into that for the Twitter suspensions. At worst, he'll take a career and reputation hits. Whether it's a point of no return will really depend on how Delirious acts / responds. I completely agree, and I'm curious to see if Delirious is going to get a hold of me or... I don't know. He kind of made it sound like he was willing to give a statement. Can someone, does anyone in this chat remember what Delirious specifically said about that? Did he say said he would tell you my side? He said something about him telling me or telling his side of the story. I think in this chat he said that early on.
Man,
I don't know if
so
anyone
far
remembers.
back. I can't even scroll there.
It is so fucking far back.
Yeah. A lot of interaction in the chat. That's why. Jesus. But TJ, I hate to let you go. This was actually really fucking fun. I gotta go get some mac and cheese, dude.
You go have your mac and
really
cheese.
Hungry. Mac and cheese, maybe some tendies. I don't know yet. Maybe. But we'll get that. But yeah, it was cool talking to you again, man. This is my new. Well, it's been my Discord, but this is my new screen name.
Okay.
Or whatever.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah. I went from monk to a Milky Way. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It's wild. No, I'm not high when I do this shit.
Anyway, take care, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Yep. Talk to you later.
Shit.
At TJV, he said something similar to me, but never responded to my email. Well, we'll have to wait to see if he responds. If he responds, that will be something to discuss and talk about. As far as I know, I have no email or no message, no nothing from him. Just wanted to show you guys the cat. Sorry, I'll change this angle because I know it's a little weird. I'll just kind of keep it there so you guys can still see Mimsies. Yeah, it's just something. Something that's happening. So, yeah. I did want to real quick say, before things get wrapped up, we can do a positivity raid stream. If you guys want to go raid somebody's stream and say hi and make their day, we can go do that in a second. But before we end things off and everything, I wanted to be able to sit here and say real quick that at the end of all of this, if you guys want to take anything away from me today, the only thing I want to say is that please, 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 please just understand that the intention I have is the only thing I can cover. I can't cover what Ohm does. I can't defend him because I don't agree with all he does. I can't defend Delirious all the time. I don't agree with everything that he does. I can agree and defend my own actions, and my actions that I took today to sit here and tell you, hey, I saw this information. It is real. The email's real. The proof is real. I saw it, and I know it's real. Delirious is behind these alt accounts. He is suspended permanently, not temporarily. So that is the only thing that I can cover and I can tell you. And that's the only thing I can back up. And if Delirious tells people, if Ohm tells people, and more people start saying it's true, it will back up what I say. Now, we'll see if Delirious wants to get a hold of me. I'm more than welcome to face it head on and see what he has to say. But that's something that I wanted to be able to sit here and tell you guys and say, hey, I have the best of intentions with this. I don't want to piss anybody off. I want to be nice to everyone. And I feel like you guys overall would rather hear this than not. I mean, I don't want to hold that information from you guys. And I've been fighting with Ohm saying, let me say as much as I possibly can say. And Ohm let me have a lot of leeway with what I said today. Like even saying that they confirmed the alt accounts were Delirious was a lot to say according to Ohm. But I pushed for it. I'm like, bro, it says it in the email. Let me fucking say it. So I had the best intention for you guys to let you guys know. I wish Twitter would put out a statement about it. I wish Delirious would admit to it. I wish all of that. So my job becomes easier. But if I have to face Flak Force, I'm willing to do it because the best of intentions are behind it. And as long as you have good intentions, you can fight the entire world with 1,000 pounds strapped to your back and you could still win. Your intentions has got to be really, really strong and really, really pure. And that's the only thing I'm trying to do is have good intentions with this. So if you guys don't believe me and you guys want to hate me, unsubscribe, feel free to. But to those who are going to stay subscribed or now subscribed, I appreciate it. We're about to hit 100,000 and I will try to remember as many people that subscribed to me before the 100,000 mark because you guys kind of got me to where I need to go. Bye, Mimsy. Now let's go raid somebody. You guys want to go raid someone and do that? Want to go raid someone? Understand that Trevor is trying his damnedest to uncover the truth. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. $5 super chat from Shadow. It's sad that you get harassed by the mini lad fans, especially your staff. It's actually against the law for anyone to that to anyone, to be honest. Well, it's something that you deal with every single day, and my staff members, the toughest motherfuckers I've ever. These are the toughest fucking staff members on on Discord. Period. Point blank. Any Discord ever. My staff members are the toughest fucking staff members ever. They are mean. They are fucking crazy, and they will fuck you up. Period. Don't mess with my staff members. Yeah, let's do a raid. Let's get someone really, really happy. Let's just fucking go. Let's do it. Might as well. Let's go to explore. Gaming. See all. We'll see if there's anybody doing like a Minecraft stream or something. Live. Yeah, let's see this one real quick. How many of you guys are actually going to go raid? Because it all depends. I want to pick someone with a really low number if we're not gonna have that many people jump over. Like a lot. Are all you guys gonna raid with us and make someone really really happy? All right, I'm starting to see them. Let me find the right one. They have to have a webcam. They have to have a face cam. Because we want to see that reaction. Alright, a lot of people are raiding. Okay. If y'all don't raid, you and L. Yeah, 100% y'all and L if you don't raid. This is going to make someone extremely, extremely happy. Live. That's not a webcam. Alright, we might have to do a Fortnite one. Maybe. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find them. That one is not good. Some of these are pre-recorded, and I hate that. Like, why have a pre-recorded stream? Like, that's so dumb. I guess people do it for watch time or whatever, but that's so dumb. I hate the pre-recorded ones. Alright, I want... That guy has 60 viewers. I'm not going to do him. That person looks like they're 8 years old. We're not going to do that. Drama alert. Look at him flip-flopping. What a joke. This guy is a grifter. Did Keemstar really just jump in here? Told you I would make you all look dumb. What is he on about? Flip-flopping? No, I see it. I just don't know what Keem's trying to accomplish here. Fight TJV, you won't. Instead of rating, let me look at something real quick. I wonder if Keemstar will come on my stream to talk. That'd be fun. H2O story is getting insane. Keemstar on here right now. He was watching my stream, man. He posted this on Twitter. Did he find out about like the stream, this information and stuff like that or whatever, and was like, the fuck? And posted this? Oh man. I mean, my boxing, you know, invite is still open. I'll accept your boxing contract, whatever you hand me and stuff like that. I would love to get in the ring with you. Wow, he really did jump in here. This guy is a grifter. Did he say anything before that? No, that was the first one. And then he goes, look at him flip-flopping. What a joke. What do you mean by flip-flopping? I mean, I've been against what he said before. And then when he showed proof, I said, hey, this is true. But that's flip-flopping. I mean, before he had proof, though, right? I mean, like, all those tweets that you posted, that was like hard proof. Very hard proof. I mean, I just ignored all the hard proof, right? All those old tweets, Keemstar, they were just really hard proof. My bad. Let me get on a public apology on Twitter for you. And then told you I would make you all look dumb. And I don't know what you all, as in like everyone in this chat. I mean, yeah, it's probably just us. He's probably in here just shaking the pot. I was about to go raid someone. It was going to be a nice positive raid and stuff like that. And now all I can think about is the drama alert thing, you know? Yeah, cool. Keem showed up, but let's get to the raid. Yeah, we'll get to the raid. Imagine if he ended up typing that in here and no one paid attention to him. Everyone was like, oh, we don't give a shit. It's just Keemstar. He's just causing trouble again. And nobody gave a fuck. Oh, man, that would have been funny. Alright. I don't see any good ones for Fortnite right now, so we're going to have to find another one and raid them. I want to make sure this isn't pre-recorded. Probably pre-recorded. Wait, Keemstar who? Okay, some people are really behind on that. Do you guys like those Valorant streams or no? Because there's a few Valorant streams. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to find something. TJV sus. I know, I'm just trying to find a game. I'm trying to hurry up. Is there live games of this with face cam? Oh, fuck. Sorry. How about GTA? We'll do GTA. Barely any viewers. Here we go. This will work. Alright. I got something for you guys. You guys ready? Alright, so this is the stream. He just gave a hiccup.
Oh,
This guy has a mustache. Wait, is he speaking?
Teleported them because you wanted to get
Okay.
away.
He's speaking English. Good. I was afraid, like, okay, well, are we not going to be able to understand him at all? We'd probably still give him the raid
Like,
anyways, so.
I want to win, but like I also don't care if I like get caught. Especially
Go raid him. Go crazy.
Get fucking fucked over with like jail time and shit.
Oh.
Get fucked over by jail time and money. Then it's more. It becomes more about winning. TJV raid.
No, it's like
TJ. Oh my god, holy shit. How many fucking viewers does this guy have? Holy fuck, what the fuck is going on? TJV. Guys, holy fuck, how big is this guy? My chat is going crazy. What the hell?
There we go.
Boys, let's get a fucking police chase on if all these people are on. Hold up, how big is this TJV guy? What the hell?
Not that big at all.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome. TJV. TJV. Who is this? What does he play? What game is this?
I don't play
The hell?
games.
Is this him?
Yep, that's me. I'm a drama
Yeah, right.
channel.
What's up, dude?
He
Do we hit
doesn't.
him with a sub? What's up to him, I guess.
That's up to him, I guess. This is the most chill guy who's like
Jesus.
reacted to this.
My chat is. Alright, let's see if we can get a police chase going for these guys. It's kind of the cops aren't really online right now, so it's kind of hard to get a police chase on. But we'll try. Like, hey, wait, how many people are in chat right now, guys?
Only like 30 people.
Raid success. Over 30 on YT, yeah, right. Well, thanks, bro. Appreciate the raid. Easy clappers. Hopefully, we can get a police chase going for you guys. Give you some content. Otherwise, it's kind of just grindy at the moment. Because when there's no cops on, you can't really do a lot of the bad crim stuff. So it kind of sucks, but we'll see.
Oh, interesting. I never got into the
And it's very dark.
GTA
Dark time is
RP.
not good for content because you guys cannot see. See, like if I can start one of these, see we can't start one. We're getting robbed of content here, boys. I apologize. I can't start one. It's not letting me do a flip. Fuck Keemstar, woo.
The fuck? You guys are over there saying fuck
Fuck,
Keemstar.
dude, I want to do a police chase, please.
Yeah, like the stream up. Hit the like button down here. I just hit the like button. It's worth liking.
Oh, here we go. All the subs are coming in now.
Yep. Hit a subscribe too.
Subs.
Also subs coming in. Hit the subscribe on this guy. Watch some GTA RP content.
We can't start one right now. It's trolling.
Well, he can't start one, so we're gonna find another stream to raid because there was not much content there, and he seems pretty chill out about it, which was cool though. So I appreciate it. So we're gonna find another one real quick to raid. So this will be one last final raid. This will be the final raid. So I would just recommend going to the channel, even if you're no longer going to watch this, because I ain't going to say anything else important. I'm just going to say goodbye and everything. So I recommend going to that. What did I click on? Let's do this live, and then look at somebody with barely any viewers that's just trying to get a start, and then boom, that's when everyone just shows up. And it's shocking to them, and it freaks them out. Probably not freaks them out that much, you know, but it will be what it will be. What's going to be super interesting to watch? I see a couple good ones. Not that one. That one is not English. I know. I like how I select my region, but like it doesn't pull up a lot of people. Go raid you? Are you live, Blake? You're not live, man. Totally would though. Maybe I need to like have somebody send me this, like, you know, somebody who's actively looking at this, so I'm not like doing it a lot during the stream. Usually I could find like a good one though, you know. Lamau, I'm working. Get back to work, Blake. Roblox. Is anybody streaming Roblox? Oh, there's actually quite a bit of people streaming Roblox. Holy crap. I didn't know Roblox was that big, huh? You'll learn something new every day. We won't do Roblox. No. Yuck. Apex. Try Apex. Give me get somebody for Apex. These are all like, yeah, no. See, like, this is what I'm looking at right here. Like, this is, I'm scrolling through. All these are live now, but like, then you start to get to like all these different languages and stuff like that, and then I'm like, I'd like to hear what they have to say, you know. Like this guy. Is this guy cool? Yeah, he's live. Has 12,000 subs.
Some states or something are like 30 minutes ahead. You guys have states, right?
Yeah, let's see this guy.
Providences.
Share that. Click there.
Sounds good, Popular Gamer.
Boom, boom, boom.
Sounds Gucci, my coochie. If you guys don't say Gucci, my coochie,
Go raid this guy. Go get him.
saying something wrong.
This is gonna be the last raid, so go do this one.
Something.
Go do this one. Go do this one. Go do this one. Go do this one. This will be the last one, so just go over there. And make sure you hit the like button, too.
Thank
Go
God.
time, everybody.
Thank God I didn't stream yesterday, because the game that I was going to stream yesterday, it's actually, like, really scary and really stressful.
It's go time.
And I said I was going to have alcohol with me in case I got too scared, but I forgot to get alcohol.
I don't see no chat.
Guys, I'm actually
Is
nervous
it
playing
sub
it.
only? Well,
was
hit the
just convenient
subscribe
timing
button.
that I was
Hit
having
the
a really
subscribe
bad
button
mental day.
and then do it. Hit the subscribe button and then start doing it. And then I think you got to refresh the page after you subscribe. Yeah. So you got to hit the subscribe and refresh. I know it sucks, but give him a subscription.
This
He
is
seems
raid
like a
from
cool guy.
TJV. Yo, welcome Raiders. YouTube Raiders. A rare breed. But very welcome.
Hit the subscribe and then refresh. But head over there.
Flip trash. Blue Alpha Dragon King, what's up? What's up?
I wonder why you got subscribe. Only
Welcome.
him.
Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. We're all looking forward to the day that they have what am I thinking? What am I trying to think of? Yo, there's a lot of freaking people. Holy shit. What the hell? Wait, come left. Let's go left over here.
Someone should tell him to do something crazy. Do something crazy.
Yo, welcome. God, I'm not used to raids anymore. They feel so not normal. Welcome.
Yeah, raids aren't that big of a thing, but I
Yo.
like them. I like them. This is like
Is this
fun.
a sneak peek of what YouTube raids will feel like when they're implemented? Because they feel good. They
Oh,
feel good, and
that's
now I'm a little
nice.
bit more nervous.
We do be raiding.
TJV, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it.
There we go. That's so nice.
Thank you so much. I hope your stream was good.
Hit the subscribe, the like button.
God.
See, he already knows I was streaming, bro. That's how smart he is. This guy's good. I'm gonna post this
Chill.
link 5 more times in my chat. Go over there.
I'm like
Raid this
nervous 'cause
guy.
I haven't had a
I'm
raid in
hopping
so
off,
long.
so click that link in the chat.
Or since I moved
I'm
away from
leaving.
Twitch, it just feels
Go
weird.
over there. Go TJV raid. I'm gonna be watching his chat, so I better see every single one of you 250 people go over there and raid. So go over there, raid him, make his day, make him happy. Subscribe to him, get him 200 more subscribers. Get a lot of people watching. I will be over there. I might be typing in the chat, or I might just be creeping and watching. So go do that, and I will see you guys all next time. Peace.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you.